Oh, there she is.
Oh, that looks real bad.
You mean that ain't supposed to be like that?
There's gonna be a hole in the middle. What is happening? What is happening?
Hey there, boys and girls of the YouTube world. Today we're gonna go buy our first ever theft recovery vehicle from an insurance auction at Copart down in Oklahoma. So join along as we get this thing running, driving, and maybe even arrested. You heard it right, arrested. Stay out of jail, kids. Oh yeah, one more thing. We got the free Mortske logo. No, it's not free, but the revenue that comes out of this thing will go to help fund some ensuing legal matters that are probably pending. So go check that out at mortskerepair.com. And I tell you what, since I'm in the giving mood, since we're gonna lose the shop and everything else out of this whole ordeal, all qualifying orders are gonna get a free decal with the new logo. So go check that out, mortskerepair.com. Now let's get back on track. I'll meet you down in Oklahoma where we're getting off the plane and old Puddin comes to pick us up. All right, we made her to Will Rogers Airport. Rupert's showing up with his, he's got one eye and so does his pickup.
Classic GM.
Yo, right? Terrible, terrible. You're not gonna put my bag in the back?
Hell no.
Halloween costume. Is that what this is for?
No, I had a bow tie and a little hat. I was gonna wear my glasses and hold a sign.
What is?
Well, I got tired of smelling you last month.
You've been living in this thing? Why is it so hot here?
Why is it so cold up there?
28 degrees this morning. I had to scrape my windows.
We ain't scraping windows here. Yeah, they just said if I get where I can't see what I'm driving, I block my eye for a second, so I just do this.
Yeah, that's...
And after about 5 seconds, we're good.
That's convenient.
Gets a little tricky on the
You need me to
interstate.
drive?
No. He said sometimes I have 20/20 vision again.
Again? Did you ever? I tell you what, airport people watching isn't quite as good as the state fair, but you get top to bottom. You get people in suits, and you get people who've never owned a suit. You don't own a suit? Come on, man.
I didn't wear a suit to my wedding.
I know, I saw you, your Ryan McAtee apparel. All right, let's see if we can find a auto auction something. You're just pumping oil right out of the ground at the airport. What a deal. Just wheeling up to the old Tacos and Phillips 66 with the $1 rent-a-truck. The old Cybertruck's getting some gas too.
You gotta fill her up, you ran her out.
Oh, man. That's not a gas station you want to go to.
That's not a truck you want to drive.
There's a...
We should have pulled up there if we'd have a trailer and be like, hey, tell me it don't take gas.
Tacos next door. And Cat's Cove live music. Woo!
Should have pulled into that taco joint.
Oh, strange spot to take a nap. Oh, she's a nice place. Don't forget to honk when entering.
Let them know. We're here.
We're here.
Hell, we're here.
Where's our Squarebody?
Hopefully it's here, because I'm tired of chauffeuring you around the city to find this truck that may not even exist.
That's a big lot.
That thing has had better days.
The tailgate's just hanging by the straps.
He's just happy as can be on there still. Hell, I'm still here. Could be worse. Woke up today breathing.
Looks like these guys know what they're doing, so I guess we just drive over there.
Monkey see, monkey do.
It's mostly late models. A lot of collisions, insurance work. I don't know. I think they got bank repos here. Oh, there's a shoebox, like a 49 to 51 Ford up on the hill up there. I'm not very good at those. Didn't you get into those for a while?
No.
You worked on one for somebody?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
It paid for my TIG welder and my bead roller and sheet metal brake and a bunch of other stuff I bought. So.
Belbona Express. Rocky Belbona.
What the fork is going on here?
I like the tire at the back. That's the bump stop.
Classic. Makes me miss the Totorola when she was in her prime. So you think we're gonna have to order you a drive shaft from Southwest Speed or what?
Probably. Overnight parts from Southwest Speed.
Overnight parts from Japan.
We've just been sitting here taking it all in, but this Mercedes has been doing... Oh, I'm new. I don't know what to do.
I'm new, I don't know what to do. My first day on the job.
He's got this.
Just drops it off the backside.
Don't worry, the guy's not gonna strap it down anyway. Sets the park brake, calls it good. If you really want to pay for the deluxe shipping, you can get this guy who's ramming screws in the side of his enclosed trailer right now, and he'll haul it enclosed. Oh, just oh, he's checking him. He's tightening a few up back there. Oh, and this is what happens when you pick the cheapest shipper, guys. I mean, he does have a nice Makita drill.
Oh, hold on. It's gonna be nice and pick up the back. That way we KO the gas tank. Shove the exhaust up into the body.
They do this for a living.
What's the worst that could happen? Just see fuel start running everywhere.
Also, sorry about the fenders on your trailer in advance.
I miss Pot County so much right now.
Oh, there she is. What is that? Mattress? Sleeping back here? All right, he's gonna load her up. I said, is it gonna damage anything? He says, I do it all day long. And we just about watched him bang up the last car he loaded, so this should be great. That's what he's doing with the forks to the bottom side of my pickup right now.
You're like, hey, we'll just load it. He's like, nope, I have to tear it up.
No, he says, I do it all day long, and I'm like, yeah, we just watched.
Little serpentine belt hanging.
Oh, well.
Megan will get it. Hey, if that's all your mechanical damage, you're good. It was more that they kept the high pursuit chase going.
So I'm guessing the supercharger belt let loose, or maybe just the serpentine belt. It said mechanical damage. It's still got rubber on the tires. Check that.
Oh, the old whistle pig, baby.
SC. It's TTI tuned. Performance under pressure. All right. Well, I'll let you tie it down.
I appreciate the responsibility.
Well, since I ain't got Duff here, you want to pop the hood for me?
Oh man.
Oh, that was it.
Good deal on that? I don't know.
We're about to find out.
Well, it has a supercharger, and we noticed the serpentine is
it's got a LS in it.
Oh yeah.
They called her Whistle Pig.
Wow.
Well, that's cool. She's a whistler.
Y'all will probably do all right on it, man.
Hopefully.
So. You the owner of this place or what? No. You're like, hell, y'all got a good deal, don't worry.
Thanks for your money.
I like square bodies that the motors turn. Oh, she spun.
Grab the, just hit the key, see what happens. Hold on, let's
She's
check
fun.
let's check the oil first.
You know what happens when I start them with no oil?
Where's the found the dipstick. Oh, it's clean too.
We got part number. I'll call Megan right now. We'll have one before we get home.
We need a supercharger belt for 81 Silverado with a 6-liter and a 2.3 liter Whipple on it. Did you just spit on that belt? The 6K 1073, 4K 378. Yeah. Well, in the pictures of the auction, they showed the dash lit up, so maybe the battery it's got to charge yet. It's got a nice bench seat, decent door panels, Dakota digital gauges, boost gauge, and she's dead.
Holy belt!
That's a long dong.
Ooh, name that belt Jimmy.
I don't know if your parts lady's gonna have one of them on hand. We might have to wait till tomorrow.
It's still hot down here.
It is hot here.
Yeah, how's that sun feeling on you? Pretty good.
Aftermarket aluminum radiator, headers, of
Got
course.
the little flopper.
Quit that. Knock it off. AC, electric fans, all the good stuff. MSD coils. This thing's hot. No, don't put the red on the.
I went to the red. Don't put red to red.
Don't put red to the negative. Here, just clamp them like that.
Oh, I didn't see those top posts.
They were hidden. It doesn't have aftermarket air. It's just got an aftermarket compressor. It's still got the stock stuff. Crank her up.
Ooh, it's got a nice harness.
See what happened?
Rework.
Yeah, it's got a factory GM computer, but aftermarket harness apparently. Here goes nothing.
There's the fuel pump.
I hear the fans. He sounds rowdy. I bet it's not hardly pulling any air through without the supercharger on him though.
It's probably struck.
Did you turn it off or did it die?
I turned it off.
Okay.
Probably better not any more than we have to.
If anybody's gonna grenade it, leave it to me.
The good news is we didn't hear dunk 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 dunk.
Right? Yeah, no rods hanging out the side. Oh no!
Oh, that's the mechanical damage.
Son of
She's
a
locked up.
biscuit.
That explains why the belts are not happy.
So much for needing that.
What is this off of?
It's a Whipple. Dang it. Well, we got to figure out how we're gonna address that so I can get home.
Here, let me strip that out for you.
Yeah, let's.
Think she's out of oil?
Well, you don't think they just turn that hard, do they?
I don't know. I wouldn't think it'd be that hard, but it don't look like there's much clearance there. Isn't that weird? I guess clearance is clearance.
2-4.
We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can put an Allen on there and snap it off instead.
Good stuff.
Oh, it's like Puddins Fab Shop's been building brackets on this thing. They're like, this is staged. I recognize brackets like that.
Yeah, you could tow that thing out with that bracket.
I mean, hell, it works, kinda.
Yeah, it's a factory throttle cable, so.
With your very fancy dipstick tube zip tied to it.
Low car. All right, let's get out of here before we get backed into it.
Hey, he's been doing this all his life. He ain't gonna get us.
I do this for a living.
Is that Lexus I need for my V8 swap?
It's a Mercedes. Theo, you just gonna sit in the shade and watch? See if this thing will drive off the trailer. We're not having any luck finding any supercharger parts, so run her inside and rip into it.
When you say drive off the trailer, are we gonna put the ramps down or are we just gonna go for it?
Full send.
Don't do that. It'll break in half. I just kind of looked underneath it. It has a bolt-in C-notch, so it's not bolted in, it's welded in. But it's not full welded in, but it's there with some weld. Some's better than none.
Nothing's good enough for the old Puddins Fab shop. Yeah, this had to have been the dustiest lot ever. Our shoes. We walk in the restaurant and leaving tracks.
The parking lot was just get your tracks from me.
Kind of like that and that. Oh, 80 pounds. All the oil pressure. He's only got 8,134 miles. Quarter tank of fuel.
Did you get oil pressure?
Yeah, it's pegged.
It sounded chattery at first almost.
And it did cycle, so. It sounds pretty healthy.
That exhaust leak?
Maybe. What do you hear?
He's still whistling.
Probably not going to charge on that.
you find in there? Driver's journal?
Airborne hazard deployments.
Thank you for your service.
RSMA, Modesto, Madigan.
Oh boy.
You know what any of that is? Veterans Day.
All E5s and E6s, 10 level to 25 level. Someone was running something. Whoa! Whoa! Mortske's like, I'm gonna save that for. We'll just put that back. Might need that later.
We're gonna hang on to that one for now.
You better not be taking that up to the Mortske suite.
Oh, I know what I am taking up there though. We got.
Dang, you got do-rag over there?
Oh, that's for my Oakleys. America.
I thought it was a banana hammock for a second.
Oh, 10 millimeter, Pittsburgh. Oh, it's a max socket though, 5/16.
Nice interior in this rig. Dash looks good, nice seat. How's the carpet? I guess I didn't pay attention.
Nice.
Door panels. I mean, none of it's anything over the top.
C10s
Just
on
perfect.
the Capitol.
Ooh, fancy. This got one of them Dell S3s in it.
Oil chain. Oh, it's got one of them dang old sloppy GM steering columns. You took her to the old Take 5 oil change on 8/17/22 with 99.74. I don't think they put many miles on it.
What radio is that? Fancy radio?
Yeah.
Bluetooth?
Oh yeah.
Vintage air?
Not vintage air, but it's factory air, which is kind of weird in a custom deluxe.
Dang! Got the nuts spacing out the old Kenwood 6x9s. All right, a few fuses, get a few
change.
cents back.
Air fitting for the airbag kit he was gonna put in her.
Oh yeah, that's well. When he put on the airbags, he's gonna finish welding that notch.
That's what we're gonna name this thing. Mariuchin chicken ramen on a Sunday afternoon.
Knowing this had been replaced, I was betting we were gonna find the sheetrock screws in there. We did.
Yeah, not surprised. Well,
Let's see you drive her off.
off into the sunset, off a cliff.
They would have had to spend too much money to size them up to fit.
Right?
It closes nice.
Transmission works, brakes work.
Transmission and brakes, baby.
Power steering, not so much.
That's weird. Wonder what's wrong with the power steering.
Oh, you're good. Thanks for that.
You damn kids in your lowriders. Pull back forward. Why are you driving off the ramp over there? That's the one side you can watch. Damn kids, can't take them nowhere. That's a long drive to North Dakota making that much power. I'm a good friend, guys. He may not come out right and say to y'all on the camera, but he's pretty upset over the supercharger deal. Last thing he thought to think could be messed up is the supercharger. Being the good friend I am, I keep reminding him how bad of shape he's in right now. Like, how you gonna get that home? Who knows? Oh, knock his drink over too. What a pal. You're making the trailer sound like a donkey. Oh, oh.
You sound like a donkey all the time.
Yeah, Lee. Just hold what you got. We're almost there. That tire looks low.
So, supercharger's not turning, obviously.
Minor inconvenience at best.
But there's a gearbox in here, which turns a couple whirlybirds, and those whirlybirds compress the air, and so we got to figure out what's causing that not to turn. So
It messes with the titty twirlers.
it should be fun. You got a set of them Allen wrench thingers?
Somewhere. Hey, so enthused right now.
I'm excited. It's gonna be great. Oh, there she turned. Good to go. Shoo! Put the belt on.
How many chunks went into the motor? We're not sure.
Well, that's what the problem was. I had too big of a pulley on here. Then you put the party pulley on.
It's pretty small, ain't it?
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, there's a little bit of oil in there. And that's about it, a little bit. So a turbo is going to have oil from the engine and oil pressure from the engine. This is just basically like a gearbox, like a transmission, where it's got its own oil in it. And I'm guessing nobody ever checked it. We'll find out. But we definitely got to get this pulley adapter off, it appears. I don't want to pry in here too much because that's a gasket mating surface. It's machined. How can we take this son of a biscuit apart? Let's take Das boot off and see what we can see in there. Oh, she's got a catch can over here. So basically what these kits are is they mount a supercharger off to the side instead of right on top of the engine. And so then they take your regular throttle body off and they put this elbow in here and little hose adapter, obviously some bracketry. It moves the throttle body over there, so you got to extend all the wires and your throttle cable and all that over. And I was wondering what this hose was that runs between it. It's got a little oil catch can action going down here, a little all-star performance. I don't know a ton about these things, but I think it just catches your exhaust gases, kind of like a PCV setup, but instead of gases, it's supposed to catch liquid. Let's see how much is in there. A little bit, not a ton, which kind of tells me that they weren't romping on it too awful much. Oh, there's some water. Anyway, I think it's supposed to catch oil, not water. Whatever, I don't know anything about that. What I do know is this supercharger needs to get opened up, so let's keep digging at that. Let's pull this battery out, charge it up, because clearly it's dead. And also I need to get that hose on the catch cam, so get this out of the way, it'll be a lot easier. Catch can disconnected. And we got this little air intake boot right here. And I think once we unhook the coolant hose that goes through the throttle body, fish a couple throttle body wires through the bracketry here. I think it's just the mounting bolts that hold it on. Where's your sidekick?
He'll be here.
Charles.
He'll be here in a minute.
Oh, you guys don't ride together on the motorcycle?
I gotta leave. I gotta be home by 6.
Oh, you gotta get ready for a big birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're a go fast guy. Fix that thing.
There's some tools.
We gotta figure out how to get that pulley off, or that adapter. Well, more so, we need to hold the pulley as it spins. It looks like that maybe bounced off there a couple times, huh?
Yeah.
About that.
She's an older one, huh?
What do you know about older women?
Not much as you do.
Speaking of older women,
I thought we got rid of you.
That's what KK said. Why doesn't he just move down here? Wasn't he just here?
Yeah, you got a room.
That's what I said. I told Ashley, I said, hey, sorry, I know it's kind of last minute. I feel like I'm imposing. She's like, your boyfriend built you your own loft. You're welcome here anytime. It didn't even turn at all. And then, you know, well, for Jacob, but then me, I'm just like, I'm a man.
Maybe it needs bearings. Maybe you can just put bearings.
Right.
Maybe.
We got to see what's going on in there.
Okay, let's get that.
Worst case Ontario, we just limp it home.
In worst case Ontario, you get.
My buddy's got the ultimate set of tools. He could probably fix it. He's got a machine shop down the
I
street.
thought you were going to use it. What movie is that?
Yeah, it's off.
My dad's
Pins.
my dad's a TV repairman.
He's got the most ultimate set of tools.
My old man is a television repairman. Got this ultimate set of tools.
All the race car stuff.
How'd they blow up the freaking blower? Somebody stole this thing and it just...
We're like, oh, we just got to throw a belt on it. We're golden. We reach in, fire it up, no knocks or nothing.
What are the chances that you steal a truck and the blower locks up? That'd be my luck.
What are the odds that you owe money on a pickup and you're beating on it and the blower locks up and you're just like, I'm just going to tell the bank it got stolen.
Pretty good around here, actually. Oh, yeah, well, that is true.
You're lucky you didn't get burned to the ground. That's what they do around here.
Oh, dang, this ain't no Top Stitch Taylor, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's got good interior. AC, Dakota Digital, Bluetooth stereo. It's got a 8-foot or a 6-foot bed that never has to be made.
This is a nice unit. Where'd you get this at?
Copart.
Oh, wow. So you're just on the internet looking at stuff in Oklahoma all the time, huh?
Because I missed you, Charles.
I know that's a fact. Hey, it's got an automatic in it.
Got him!
Got him! Got him!
Yeah, if you guys want to put together some money for the Bobcat skid steer fuel fund, feel free to donate. Puddins Fab Shop is on Patreon. Times are tough here. He spent all his money building me my own playhouse.
Yeah, that's nice over there.
You just stay out of my bedroom.
Probably like
If you put your nuts on my drum set, I swear to God.
Because I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
in the toilet. It's probably all nasty up there, I bet.
Who needs enemies with friends like these?
What is this little setup? This is a Facebook Live operation?
That's where he does his OnlyFans.
Dude, this morning when I was looking through my phone.
Through your OnlyFans? Yeah.
I've never got on there, but it said that
I don't know what you're talking about.
it said this chick started at 25. She retired after 3 years with $68 million from OnlyFans.
Why would she quit then? You know, at least get 69. So how much money did you? How much was that? Was your money?
About $1
ready?
million.
Yep. Got it.
Dang.
Did it?
Yeah. Stuck in there, though. Where's your magnet on your screwdriver?
Did I give him a screwdriver? Mortske screwdriver? I think so. Did I give you one?
Here, I'll just grab it for you guys if you guys want it.
Charlie's a man.
Oh, yeah, you did a number on that one, didn't you?
Just the tip. Stop putting stuff in front of my camera. Don't you know how to YouTube? Never mind, I seen your stuff.
Oh my God! Look at this guy. Look at those scooters, buddy.
Go check them out. Okayish Speed and Custom.
I didn't even realize that thing was on.
Yeah, we don't use those anymore. We don't even know how to work them.
Ours, the ones we get are all
unless there's
busted.
somebody with a camera on their shoulder, you guys don't even know they're filming.
If it doesn't have a tape player on it, we're done.
Yeah, I didn't hear anybody say it. And go. What do they say? They say cut, but what do they? What is that?
So it's an alignment thing.
It's just to align that thing. Well, so far so good.
That looks pretty good, huh?
Well, you know what would be funny is if we're tearing the. Oh, that's. I was wondering like how you know how if it's full. It's got a dipstick built into it. It's got a thing. That's a dipstick, Rayston. So are we tearing this apart for no reason?
Well, you said it was locked in.
Shavings.
Also, when you took this off, did oil come out of it?
Yes, not very much though. Like not enough to be in the middle of that dipstick. It did not. There it is.
Line it up at a certain spot.
It's like this is flexing too. Or something.
Like we couldn't even get it to turn at times. And then it had a bunch of end play. And Just kidding, I wanted to spend a bunch of money and see what the inside of a supercharger looked like.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it's a bearing down here.
Ah, something bit me. That almost sounds like the, what do you call it? What are the spinny doohickeys?
Oh, rotors.
The rotors.
Rotors.
Oh yeah.
That really grinds your gears, doesn't it?
You know, that really grinds my gears.
Well, should we take the backside off or take the bottom off?
Oh, yeah, if we take the bottom off, we can see how bad the rotors are.
Yeah. Maybe.
Probably not.
I mean, for what they are, you know, it's not like you're building a race car out of it. It's for hucking on a late model pickup or SUV and one to...
Everything's a race car, sir.
Everything's a race car.
Especially stolen trucks. Those are definitely race cars.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find the story on this thing.
Oh, that looks real bad.
You mean that ain't supposed to be like that?
You're gonna need more than a two-wheeler, dog.
We're gonna need a grinder too?
Oh, man. That's rowdy.
Rah, rah, rah.
Where's all that metal at? Where does it go?
Inside.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Where's it go?
It's fine.
That's why I told him when he said the rotor's locked, I was like, there's something else wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it passed, but...
It's an LS.
Passed right through the bearings.
It loves it. Well, like Slick was saying, there's your rotors, and you want a real nice
chamfer on that thing.
Tight fit. Oh, that was the good one. Oh.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's like ready to fall off.
Oh, yeah.
That's the stiff part. That's the spot.
Good night.
Well, we're not running this thing home, that's for sure. That's the good one.
It's crazy, they don't have Teflon on them.
Is that a stress crack? Well, that's the one that's out of shape.
Street stuff they usually don't, but a lot of these guys run E85, so it's fine. It cools the charge down.
What's he doing?
What do you do in your spare time?
I watch myself.
I'll watch myself at Puddins Fab shop. Hey, where are you gonna give me my money for being your friend?
When you gonna give me rent money? Shampoo money.
Toiletries.
Joke's on you, I haven't even used any shampoo since I've been here.
How'd you use a quart of lotion in a week?
I can't imagine the shower ring with that.
I left a couple socks here, did you find those?
They were standing up by themselves.
Well, I guess my backup plan is lined up. The old boot scoot and Yukon is back in action. I think it needs a neutral drop. Shut up, 4L60, you're fine.
That's the first time it's had reverse ran through it in a minute. Reverse was just like, oh, go ahead and get in.
Oklahoma things. Ooh. They kill it? I'm pretty sure it died. Definitely died. Oh, and the battery's dead. Oh no, Slick's getting out with the booster pack. The Pot County Fire Drill. Oh, we got all kinds of action going on here. Loading up box trucks. He's in the giving mood, hauling all kinds of scrap out. D&H was here. They hauled out about 10 cars. The junkyard's looking pretty empty. Guess they need a battery sponsor for the boot scoot and Yukon. I really just want it for a tensioner so that we can put mine back together. Oh, and the belt. I definitely don't want the battery out of it. Good luck trying to catch Theo. Oh. I'm gonna move out of the way. Oh, she's a posse!
he's a good driver. Pot County legend.
Caught air. For sure.
For sure.
Probably gonna die again. It did die.
He's got the blinker on. Or no, just one brake light works.
Oh
no, she's running. It's actually a posi. That's
Did the 2 black stripes give it away?
kind of impressive. Shut up, automatic Charlie.
Oh no!
It's on fire. I'm just trying to get a car going so I can make it home. And these guys gotta do redneck shenanigans.
You hear the blower?
Yeah.
Mouse house in there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how the blower actually works on this thing.
Oh. Well, that's about as crunchy as yours.
Speaking of crunchy, you saving that for later? Whoa, Theo, that's where my feet are, buddy. You don't need to be right underneath them.
Gotta take care of this. I don't know how else Mortske's gonna get home.
Does the AC work? Cause I might have to sleep in it.
It should.
It should. Probably. Theo, why are you biting a tire?
He hates tires. Take off.
Apparently you do too. I saw what you were doing to those things up there.
Let me at.
Let me at that tire. He's fast when he wants to be. Biting a tire.
Yep.
That's
new.
That's genetics there. That's breeding right there.
She's a gooder. We could put her right back into commission if we needed. Times are hard around here. We're selling everything.
The tann's gonna be off.
Better call Able Racing.
No,
And
it
see
shouldn't.
if
It should be
Yeah.
right.
See if they are able to fix it.
We're gonna need some new bolts, I feel like.
Nah, run them in.
We'll just put a bunch of washers on the backside.
Yeah, that one will. Oh, that one won't. You ain't gonna find them here.
Right, I've seen
You
it.
can probably go rob some out of that Suburban we just. You can. Oh, there's a 6-liter.
Yeah.
In Old Roy.
You have to arm wrestle Jimmy for it.
Naked.
You're gonna lose.
Why you gotta make it?
You're gonna lose both battles. Yeah, go home with a sore arm and a heart full of disappointment.
He'd be calling you Mort the whole time. Mort.
Go ahead, Mort. Hell, whenever you're ready.
Make my day.
He used to, when he'd arm wrestle me, he'd go, I'd start freaking shoving. He'd be like, when you gonna start? God damn it, Dad. I may be able to get him now. He's getting old.
You got that old man strength now.
If you start early.
He had that old man strength since he was 2.
He's bored with
He
it.
came out with a beard.
He arm wrestled his way out.
He just pulled his way right out of Grandma. I'm just gonna put this.
In my scrap trailer. I'm about to haul off a load of scrap.
We're gonna put it on Facebook Marketplace and we're gonna get somebody to trade us for a second-gen Taurus wagon.
I would trade this truck for a second-gen Taurus wagon real quick. The Tauruses get after it. I don't give a damn what anyone says.
Ooh, you gotta put the spacer on.
I think we're okay without it.
So I got some nice custom machines.
Well, if we put it on there, we
will work. That's
we
what I'm
could use the long
That's
bolts.
what I'm saying.
Does it have a seal on the back?
That's more horsepower. That's what they say.
Throttle body spacer, baby. So your air comes in here, it hits the vortex spinner.
They're like, I know what this needs, the engineers.
Just make it look like a 38mm 18-point socket. That's gonna create siphon into that engine. Engine just big
That ain't
old
gonna
air
work.
pump.
Don't matter, them idiots from Oklahoma, they'll buy it.
They'll bolt it back on. If you use, I'm about to go put it on that Yukon.
Spin a tire then.
I need you to make me fabricable me a throttle bracket.
Was that the slowest burnout ever? A minute ago, we're like, that thing was howling like Theo.
Look at this race car, catch can.
Didn't really save your blower, did it?
Is that what they're for?
No.
Before I build you something to help get it home, I'd rather build a shroud that just covers this where we never have to see this wiring again. Like, sure, if you're offering.
Why not? We need to steal the tensioner off the boot scoot and Yukon.
She's not available for part
I
out
got a
currently.
factory at my mom's house. I can go grab stuff. Or we can go grab
I'll
stuff.
pick it up. I'll pick it up later.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, champ.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate the juice boxes and the Lunchables.
Fruit snacks.
Oh, Papa Mort's hungry at 1 a.m.
No,
Thanks,
no
Dad.
wonder he's down here so much.
Worst stepdad ever.
We thought that blower was messed up. How do you not know what this plug is when you did that right there?
Did you do that?
It's the same thing.
That was temporary. So that I didn't make a mess on your
Oh yeah, temporary becomes permanent though. And then you end up with that right there.
There's nothing more permanent than temporary vacuum plugs. We're gonna need the dimple die.
Pop that off, take the boot out, just take it straight off the math. If it'll fit, maybe.
Probably.
Good. You could also just try to get it to run like that before you
Did all the work.
do all the work in case it don't work.
And you still drive the Yukon home.
That way you don't got to reconfigure it when you finally find a supercharger on eBay.
You ain't got one of them stashed away over at Mom's place?
My supercharger cars go this way. Yours go this way. So,
What? Oh, the grooves in the belt.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying like the belt, and I'm like, what? You got
Ah,
a
the grooves.
front wheel drive?
His blower's cog drive too. The turbines in there, when they come around, they go clog, 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 clog. The good news is this
Speaking
is...
of clogged, I just used the bathroom after having Torchies, and that's clogged as well.
Oh, she flows.
Cheese.
She flows pretty good in there. I don't think
I got one of those in Pot County.
we weren't in Pot County.
We had to go get this from the Moore sublot of Copart.
Can you take it back?
See what that is. Can we take it back? Oh, no.
It just says, screw you guys.
It's like parts of the rotors in there.
I don't have a hole saw quite this size for when we go to bring her through the hood.
We're just gonna slice and dice it, and then just peel it forward.
Oh, rat rod.
No way.
Oh, no. Don't show them your collection.
What? Is that a whistle pig?
Charlie's like, how much for this old jalopy? This came with this? You asked where you were going to sleep.
Found it.
Hell, that ain't bad.
Premium single, it says.
Oh, I would not touch that. There's going to be a hole in the middle.
I'm gonna do one of them putting hook shots.
Oh! You better get that before it starts leaking on her.
Peanut butter.
I said, want me lick it? I'll tell you boys what she tastes like.
What do y'all want? You guys want in on this?
All right. You're gonna have, this is too raunchy. You're gonna have to put on your OnlyFans. All right, can we get back to the truck? No peanut butter involved.
Slick's mad now.
smells like
Are you crying?
No, I'm laughing because I'm laughing. Oh my gosh.
Y'all all make it to this point in the repair process.
Oh, we're gonna fix this?
No
I
one
was
cares.
down to just take it back. You get 3 days, don't you?
Yep.
It's the Oklahoma peanut butter law. You get 3 days, you can take it back if it's no good.
I think it does have a 3-day limit on
These
it.
the old chip.
Who? Copart?
Yeah.
Really?
I was gonna say, there ain't no lemon law in Oklahoma. You buy as is, you get as is.
There ain't no rhubarb either.
What's that?
Oh, is this thing still? Surely not. Okay, you said it has air, but is it
It's all factory air.
all factory? So
Well, other than the compressor, look at it. Look at where they cut the frame out.
Yeah. No one really likes C-channel frames anyways. They all prefer the L channel. I'm just curious where it pulls vacuum from to operate controls.
That's for the boost gauge. Here's your power brake.
So it comes to a little reservoir. Still hooked up.
That's a good question.
I'm full of them.
I don't know why we're worried about the AC one. We ain't even got a belt to turn it.
Figure out what harness that is. Looks like a good one. God bless.
We're gonna say PSI.
Oh! I just prison shanked the HVAC box.
Yep.
At least we didn't hear Freon come out of the evaporator. We put a little HVAC tape over, should be fine. At least I didn't stick it in my hand like I usually do. Surely there's a factory bracket they make for this, don't they? Probably goes into this stuff.
Go open the hood on the Yukon.
She's drive-by-wire, baby.
BBW?
Actually, I don't know. I just said that to keep it out of my Yukon. Yeah, it has to go up here. I guarantee you we can find one of them.
Yeah, Sammy has one probably.
St. Louis trip in the morning.
She got a little warm. That's the other thing is, I wonder how long they drove it with the belt blown off.
Just long enough to get some blown out head gaskets.
Ooh.
No big deal.
I could have just had this car shipped home for $1,400. It seemed like a better idea than what we got going on here currently.
Well, we've had a good time so far.
I mean, I have, but...
You just need a parts run, that's all you need.
Yeah, I think with a couple belts and that tensioner and that bracket, and then reconfigure this.
I'm sure it don't say MIO.
I don't like that.
You don't have to like it, it just gotta get you home.
You gotta get the wires out of the way.
You get this SOB running and you can be a little pickier.
I suppose we could shorten that up. Well, don't let me keep you guys from getting anything done on your projects.
What projects? What are you talking about?
We got guys for that. All right, I think we finally chased all them goons off. We're gonna go to a football game, little hot rods performing tonight. I don't know what it is, cheerleader, I suppose, or dance, or singing, or something. But anyway, we found a tensioner setup on Old Roy. We could steal if we need to, but I think the parts store will probably have one. It should be just a standard belt for one of these LS for the AC and then the serpentine. Get that from the parts store. We'll have to probably run to the salvage yard and get a throttle bracket and then do a little work on the intake, charge up a battery, top off some fluids, and hopefully the junk that was in that supercharger didn't go through the engine, or hopefully it didn't do any damage at least. And we should be back in the game. Everything should be good to go. The wires are a little bit long for that air intake stuff. Maybe we can buy a cheesy air intake to run it over there or over here. Yeah, we'll get there. It's definitely not the cleanest swap, but it's pretty good. I've seen way, way worse. Hopefully everything's good mechanically. I'm a little disappointed in that supercharger, but that's a gamble we were willing to take, apparently. And apparently when it went on this little joyride as a theft, things got a little rowdy. So if somebody's got one of these 2.3 liter superchargers hanging around they want to part with, since we got everything for it to be set up, I would like to put one back on there. But if not, we'll just have to put a big boy supercharger on it. All right, let's get the shop closed up and go watch some foosball.
You playing the foosball behind my back?
All righty, let's get out of here. Ooh.
Class her up a little bit.
Nothing but the finest. You know, skid steers putting in work. Must be nice. He's like, no, sir.
He was sitting up until Mortske opened the door, and then he's like, this is my spot. Hey, turtleneck, you're not going on this adventure. Sorry, buddy. But Dad.
I hate your friends. There goes the glass. Good thing we got that wing window out of there. Oh. Watch Wilma. That's twice today that frame got away from us. We got his junk unloaded. We were just talking about power glides on the way here. There's a power glide right there. Oh man. Those 4 3/4 15-inch wheels. Jackpot. Mini bikes. Oh, this is gonna be great. Motorhomes, Super Duties. Oh, look at the Freedom interior. Look at the headlights.
Woo! She was a custom metal flake textured. Gritty.
I don't know that that's metal flake texture. I think
No,
that's just
from-
bed liner.
With Hobby Lobby glitter in it.
Oh, look
Do you
at
not see it?
Oh, now I can see the hood pins, louvers, just on one side.
Dang, these ain't all rusted out.
Shut up, look at this hood pin. I'm pretty sure that's a ratchet handle. It's got the knurling on it still. Oh, this thing was LS swapped.
Look.
You're,
These are usually all rusted out.
you're talking about Mercedes's. It's got a Mercedes overflow tank here. Never mind that the fittings JB welded into it. Check out this interior though. Oh, they got the column out of the 99 too.
Oh.
Oh, wood. What is what is all of this?
Hopefully we don't find a drawing like yesterday.
Got the wood block off plate on the dome light. Rosal. No, that's the build sheet.
What is happening? What is happening?
You can't make this up.
They're gonna think we staged this.
This is like some zip tie diaries right here.
How is this even possible? What are you Squarebody owners doing in your spare time?
Drawing.
I'm sending this to Charlie and Slick. They're not gonna believe that. One page had damn drawing on it.
And you found it.
What is this?
Why did you touch it? Why are you sitting in it?
I thought it was a...
Why did you bring me here? I thought it was what? What did you think it was? What could you possibly think that was? And you're like, oh, I should pick that up.
I thought it was a spout from a gas tank. I was like, boy, that...
Oh yeah, you were trying to siphon gas out of that thing, weren't you?
I was like, that funnel got hot at some point and melted.
But wait, there's more, and he did not just sketch that. Oh. Ah, what?
There's a collection. Oh my!
I'm gonna leave you alone without that gas spill.
How could it be possible for that to happen yesterday?
I just had to make sure that wasn't something else. Oh, carry on.
Take a shower.
Yeah, you're gonna need a shower after that. I'm gonna go in Lysol.
I should have roundhoused it clean off the toolbox.
I thought you were gonna stick it to the side of the pickup and start boxing
I'm just curious what could possibly be in this toolbox.
What do you suppose is on those VHSs over there? Oh, no way. Blockbuster. When was the last time you heard that? Or you guys probably still got them down here, don't you?
Yeah. And playing at Hollywood's.
What? That's the fuel tank? Yes.
Well,
That's a dang old...
after what we found inside and on the toolbox, that went better than expected. She's brand new.
Oh, that one's...
Ready for a home movie. All right.
Jacob Warner's 7th birthday. I wanted to walk away from this pickup, but then I saw the Pot County fabrication on the steering shaft.
Just think stuff like this is on the road around here, just passing us.
Yeah, when we came here, we met a minivan made into an enclosed trailer.
Like early 90s, late 80s.
And we're like,
Plymouth.
when you thought you had the worst load going down the road in Pot County, and you're not even in the top 10 on the one highway.
It's only a 20-minute drive. We got topped like 10 times.
Oh, he's got the firewall patched. Oh, the HVAC delete. The throttle is just looped, and then it's got a zip tie on the end of it. Oh man, if that thing could talk, it would scream. Look at the fire truck with the step bumper and the hose reel.
I don't think
Well, that one had the bracket we needed. It just got melted off. All right, here's the bracket we need. 99. Oh, ooh, that's a nice glove. That's a good engine. Somebody plugged the holes.
Do we need to rob that cable too?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
You got that big long one making me jealous.
All right, we're gonna need a 10mm. I'm gonna round these off. We should grab this bracket too, just in case. No tensioner though. Keep looking for that. There's our tensioner.
Where's the belt?
No belt. What is that? Either sounds angry or it sounds like it's running really poor. Oh, that's that little OBS short bed. Yeah. Cowl hood. She's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
This one's got all the pieces we need. She's a little caved in the front though. Might make it hard to get the belt off. This one would have been easy to get the belt off though. Look at the red dirt just packed underneath the hood. Did you fish us a belt out of there?
She's a little rusty on the bottom side, but she ain't cracked or nothing. That's the 36 grit.
Oh, it'll be good. Oh, it had the K&N filter in it too.
Shoo!
Nothing but the finest Pot County has to offer.
Got this belt?
Yep.
Maybe we'll find a better one.
Probably. Little Pot County plumbing on the cooling system of this guy. Look at all them elbows and adapters and reducers. There's got to be $14 for the fittings there.
Galvanized, top of the line. Good stuff.
I mean, is there any other options?
Yep.
Other than lead? Looks like this bad boy right here's got everything we need. Hopefully that toolkit's got everything we need. We got our tensioner, we got our belt, we got our throttle bracket. Good to go. Heck, this thing's even got the ECU and the wire harness.
Decided to go with the Jungle Safari edition, huh?
Guy wouldn't even give me any power tools, dude. He says, "No, we do it the Pot County way." He did let me use a ratchet though instead of just a regular box end wrench.
Got to earn your stripes out here soon.
I thought we were supposed to do it in the cover of darkness then, if that's what we're doing. You know who's nice? That's Sammy.
Sammy's a good guy.
Nice guy.
So we decided if we're gonna get this van going and go on tour, Mortske and Puddin live,
Kissing hands and shaking babies.
doing something. Got your tensioner. How was the belt? Might as well.
I think it's pretty good.
Having two to choose from is better than one.
Two's better than one.
Yeah, yours didn't rust all the accessories that you had found.
Accessories.
They probably have these in stock
Oh, definitely.
at the O'Reilly's.
Judging by how many of these pickups are in the junkyard here, I think everybody's driving one, so.
There's a lot of stuff old on the road here, ain't there?
Yeah. Square bodies, OBS's.
You name it.
Oh yeah, there was a 71 or 2 at the football game last night. You got both ends of the spectrum down here in Pot County.
And everything in between. May get passed by a 69 C10 long bed pulling an enclosed van trailer. And then right behind him's the 2025 Denali with the, I don't know enough about new fancy trailers.
And then you got guys with dipsticks practicing jujitsu on the interstate bypass.
We weren't gonna tell him we stopped for a lesson. Dang, you gonna get the holder?
Yeah?
You gonna get the 5.3 cover? The old Vortec cover? To click onto her?
Made with real tornadoes.
Chevy's come with a Vortec engine, made out of real tornadoes.
I thought while I was taking these out, you were gonna go back for your little blue friend over there.
I was gonna hide it in your seat.
I'll leave it in my condo when I leave.
All right.
Hold on, let me check my list.
Throttle bracket,
We should
clamp
go
down cover, tensioner hardware, 2 belts.
We should go get that cable.
Yep, we should.
And I'm gonna steal his hose through his throttle body because it's got clamps on it. And that thing, the guy was running that thing with no clamps on it. So if he'd lost that hose, you'd lose all your coolant.
No big deal. I see she's missing the rear exhaust bolt as expected.
Oh no, it's still in there, guaranteed.
Well, it's missing the head of the bolt anyhow.
The old busted GM bolt.
I was surprised your truck has them all.
It's because they put headers on, man. That's what saves them. Headers. We might have to
Roll that
roll this
onto the
big
tool
girl
case.
over. Yeah,
Perfect.
got this. Hold on. Let me get my power stance. Don't roll it onto the tool case. We might not get that.
What are you after?
That hose clamp and this little short chunk of formed hose.
You gonna keep needle nosing them shorts?
Remember that game? Operation?
Yep. Oh, Mortske reaches down under. He has his little pliers and he goes for a clamp. Oh, bugger. Ah! Pull it, you sissy. Pull!
Jesus Christ.
I wonder if we can get that 10 mil behind that on that steam port fitting. And then the whole thing will pull towards you. Acting like I couldn't move that damn computer the whole time I was looking underneath.
You're a genius.
Use them Hulk hands, rip that sucker out of there. That whole fitting or line will come. There you go. Be sure to rip that line you're after.
Right. Cheese and rice.
One eternity later.
All I wanted was that little chunk of hose and 2 hose clamps.
That was definitely worth all the work.
Shut your cake hole. You gotta keep your GM all GM.
Jeez, hope it don't take you that long to pull the throttle cable we're about to get. We're gonna miss supper.
You don't have that out yet?
We're gonna miss supper. Now you know why all the throttle bodies are missing off the other ones you were asking. Everyone just needs that stupid hose.
People are putting them on upside down.
And sideways.
Well, we got all our used parts. We've got some new parts. Stopped by the O'Reilly's, got some plugs, new belts, air intake stuff, oil filter oil. Let's put these used parts on, see if we can't get a belt on this thing. Then we can maybe run her a little bit longer and a throttle bracket. I'm gonna try putting one of these used belts on there just in case there was a reason that this belt came off, then we don't shred a brand new belt. And also it'll save us some money. We can return the old stuff. Just kidding. We'll put the new one underneath the seat. Because we definitely won't swap it out for the right one. The right one, the new one. Not until it breaks. Or we have to take it off for something else. Can we figure out how it needs to be routed though? Well, that belt ain't long enough. Tech tip of the day, there's 2 belts based on the amperage of your alternator. And this must be for the lower amperage alternator. Of course. Let's see how Rusty Groove here does. Try number 2. Oh yeah. That one's the long version. Unfortunately, our radiator hose lays right on it. Well, maybe not right on it, but it's real close. So, probably gonna have to address that. Great. At least we got a belt on it. Let's put some throttle brackets on now. We're gonna put our coolant or heating hoses for our throttle body on here. With actual clamps this time, we're gonna use the nice formed GM ones instead of some random fuel hose like the last guy did. So I got our throttle linkage hooked up, we got our wiring hooked up, we got our cooling hose, steam vent, port, yada 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 hooked up. Now we got to put our air intake back on. And yeah, we'll have to figure out something there. If we put this 90 on, we're gonna have something to support it because it can't just be hanging out. It's gonna drop into our belt or something like that. So I did buy a shorter air filter. Maybe we'll try that. This current air filter is hitting our radiator, so if we get a shorter one, might be the ticket. Oh yeah. Good enough for the girls we go with, right, Hank? Sphincter says what?
A sphincter says what?
So the stock radiator hoses are hideous from these pickups, but they work great. It comes up and out and wraps all the way around here and lays across the top of the radiator. Comes over to the driver's side here, and I think that's what we need. Not only will it eliminate our terrible splice and 2 leak points, but it'll hopefully get it out of our belt here, and also get it away from this air intake. And I think that's what's kind of keeping us from firing up and running, because that's hanging right on it. Just trying to film over here, give this guy a skid steer, and he's got to be over here making noise, banging around, cleaning up this junkyard of his while I'm trying to film that poor little tractor. What's he gonna do to it? Oh boy. Oh boy. Fork right through the radiator. All right, I'm gonna see if this guy's got anything in the yard that runs. I think I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's and get ourselves an upper radiator hose. What a guy though, gave us this old crappy Model A radiator to drag home with us. Sure, we'll find a home for that. We're getting rid of this mattress in his dumpster. And we're also getting rid of this this whooping stick. Looks like an old axe handle, and they taped it up, and there's a screw through the side. So yeah, I don't want to know what's going on with this thing. We're getting rid of it so that we're not guilty by association. O'Reilly's coming in clutch with the old super lengthy, girthy hose. Check this thing out. All the way around. We still, oh, this thing must have had an angled neck on it at one point. Son of a biscuit. I think they cut it off. Of course they cut it off. Why wouldn't they? It came right into that supercharger. Anyway, we'll make it work one way or another. If we got it, we'll just turn that elbow and put that splice going that way. I hate cheap hose clamps. Well, is that not gonna go over that? Oh, son of a biscuit. There we go. We just had to stretch her over. Let's see what we got going on over here. Usually there's like a stamped steel insert, and this looks cast aluminum. It's got a little lip on it, so I thought they'd cut it down and modified it, but it should come out at an angle. But I think we'll make this work. It's ugly, but it's gonna work for now. There we go. Another reason to build that custom fabricated radiator hold down he was talking about. Threw that battery in the charger to see if she came back to life. Nope.
Woo! Looking good.
Right?
We got the stubby wubby. We got the
long dong.
Doopty doopty. You're saving all this other custom parts for when you find a replacement blower, right?
Absolutely. All right. We just got back from Slick's daughter's birthday party, Wild Time, Toy Story. It was at the skate park, so got to do a little BMXing, which I haven't ridden a bike in a long time. So that's kind of fun. Not a BMX guy.
Going backwards in his arms are going front.
Motion is like. That's all I got.
Push it out. There you go.
So, let's see if this thing lights off. Then I guess we're gonna go to the big city, and we're gonna go to the Sam's Club. Do some Sam's Club things you get to do when you come to Oklahoma, and they got the Sam's Club. Now let's see if she lights off with the new Superstar Premium. All right, she's got a little blow by, so I don't know if that's just from sitting or maybe it's hurt a little bit. It's not terrible, but you could definitely see some fumes coming out of the old catch can here, so we're gonna leave that in place. We gotta top off the fluids. Coolant was obviously low because when I took that top radiator hose off, I didn't get a bunch of coolant out of there. So I don't know if they got her real hot when they ran it without a belt and no water circulating because of the water pump or what, but we're gonna go do the family thing with Puddin tonight, and we'll check back on this thing tomorrow or whenever we get back to it and see what's going on. All right, we're back out here. Theo's supervising. Got them all tucked in. Did you just wink at me? I did. Get the BR7EF Champion plugs pulled out. And they all look really good. But they're significantly shorter on the threads and the electrode and the gap than these Delco 41-962s. This is what the stock 6-liter calls for. I'm gonna thread these in. I think these were for the boosted engine since we're no longer boosted. Sad, I know. We're gonna keep our GM. All GM. Only one of them was absolutely miserable to pull out because of the headers. We ran the bore scope down there. Everything looks good in there. There's some part numbers on the pistons. I was gonna run them, but we got busy and never did. So let's stick these in there, see how she runs, get her up on the lift, change the oil, all that good stuff. So spark plugs, first thing this morning. She's still dark out, bright and early. That's why Theo's still in bed. He's a lazy dog. Spark plugs are in. Let's run this sucker up on the lift and do some stuff on the bottom side. Let's see how many jumps the old Duke boys took this thing over when they took it for a joyride. If only old Puddin was up for the day, he could do the shoot from the hip as his lift goes up, but he's a sleepyhead. That being said, we better roll it ahead quietly so we don't wake him up. Come out and push the other. We just drive over his head. Probably. Let's take a look at the bottom side of this thing. You know, chin spoilers taking a few blows. So somebody who didn't know how to drive a low vehicle was doing some things they shouldn't have been doing, it looks like. Looks like it's got aftermarket drop spindles. Somebody's got the shorter bump stops in there. Also looks like they forgot to put the cotter key through the castle nut. They put a pin in the top one. Does look like they maybe put new brake hoses on. Also looks like somebody painted everything black under here at one time. Hopefully that's all just coolant from what we were just doing up there. Transmission cooler hoses definitely have a splice in them and way too long of hose clamps. I prefer steel lines or braided, but I think it's at least transmission line. You can tell where it says transmission. You don't want to use fuel hose. Another cotter key missing. Oh, that one's got a cotter key though. They're kind of hit or miss. It does look like it's got a stall torque converter in it. You can tell by how small it is. They painted the whole engine block black at one point, and the oil pan and everything else. New shocks. They didn't put new bushings in the front end, it appears. But maybe they did and they're just new and crappy. Those are scratches from the forks where they loaded it. So the transmission cooler lines are braided up to there. But they come out there and they're not braided. So, oh yeah, there's a splice way up in there. Fantastic. Can't wait to have that blow out on the side of the road and lose our transmission. Anyway, this is a 4L80, nearest I can tell. Looks like she's a little soggy, but judging by the black paint on it, it was a manufactured one and not some piece of junk from a junkyard. But it certainly does look like the bell housing was cracked and welded up. Know what that looks like to you? Nice little Caterpillar weld up there. Stocked fuel tank and transmission cross member. Wonder where they got the fuel pump at. Found it. Nope, that's the Corvette fuel pressure regulator, so it's got a one-line fuel system. Held in place by the finest zip ties. Ah, they got P-clamps out here, so they're doing all right. Looks like they got a little tank vent situation going on over there. This thing is super, super solid. No rust in the rockers, the cab corners. It's got a few dings, but she is rock solid. A little red dirt underneath there. Maybe did a little off-roading on the joyride. Stock transmission cross member and an aftermarket mount. Drive shaft doesn't look like it's too short or too long. Looks like we got some welded mufflers. And then they welded everything. Oh, instead of flaring one end or the other, they just put a ring around it that was flared and then welded it in place. So those will be fun to replace if a guy's ever got to. But at least they ran the exhaust all the way out the back. They may have had to splice it and cut it off and modify it, but at least it's out the back. There's nothing I hate worse than exhaust that dumps right on the rear end. Looks like we got a little flip kit action going on here. And some shorter shocks. They didn't put the shock extension kit on, which I usually do. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but keeps the geometry correct. You can see how that shock's at a super steep angle. The reason for the relocation kit is it keeps the shock at the proper angle. See how it's at a pretty steep angle? Originally it's at about like that. So the bad news is it makes them hang down a little bit lower. But even then, it should be well above the rim with these 20s. 275 40 20s in the rear, 20 by 10s in the back, and 8s in the front, according to the information that I found on this thing back in the day when somebody was selling it. Looks like the rear end has kissed the exhaust a couple times. Also looks like we're missing our clamp for our brake hose, and they definitely did not put a new brake hose on the back. So that's great. Well, we're talking about the rear end. This is a 12 bolt. They put a 373 and some type of limited slip in here is what I read on the old interwebs. Sure enough, that should turn, I would believe, in park if it was. Something kissed the rim there. Who knows what that might have been. He was saying that those weren't even welded in. I don't know what his definition of weld is, but there's definitely welds on that notch. We could probably drill it and bolt it and make it a little bit better. Or better yet, box it or weld it on the inside. Oh. Did they even try to trim it out the way that they should? They just cut a giant gaping hole and pushed her in there. That's probably why they couldn't put bolts in it, because the way they cut the frame out, the bolts would miss the frame. Some people. Oh, same thing on the front. Cut her way out. Classy. Really? All you had to do was take your notch, lay it out on some cardboard, trace it out, put it up here, trace it onto there, cut it out, been the perfect size. No. People are idiots. And this is what happens when you take it to your buddy who owns a welder. He's like, yeah, I could put a notch in. You know, if you're gonna do that, at least weld it all the way at the top and at least know how to weld. And take and cut off your dingleberries. We should cut that guy's dingleberries off, all right. What a waste of a frame. Frickin' kids. Looks like we got some drop shackles back here. They had to trim out the bed for that. I'm sure the same guy, no doubt, did that. You know, don't just cut what needs to be cut. Cut it all and then cut it at terrible angles and leave half of it up there. Unfortunately, the exhaust guys did the best work on this whole thing. It does have trailer wiring if we got to pull something home. And it's not the worst taillight harness I've ever seen. Let's get a drain pan and get this oil drained out of here. See how that looks. Just checking up on you. You still breathing? Looks like it. All right, fresh Wicks oil filter going on and some O'Reilly's 5W30. There's a little bit of metal stuck to the drain plug. Nothing too crazy. The oil didn't look bad, didn't look good, but is oil nonetheless. There wasn't a bunch of coolant at the bottom that would suggest a head gasket was blown out. We did let it sit for a couple days, so that coolant should have been at the bottom, or it should have at least been milky, but no milkiness means we're good to go, hopefully. So let's spin her back together and fill her up. Send it. It does look like, however, torque converter bolts were run loose. This hole's hollered out, and then they just used the other holes, but it looks like they're tight now. So somebody screwed up at one point. Imagine that. I don't know if somebody thought it would be cool or what, but they swapped the valve covers around, so instead of the oil fill being right up here, nice and easy to get at. Oh, I bet the supercharger would have been in the way. Makes sense. Long story short, it's against the firewall behind the brake booster now, so put that on the list of things to do. Swap the old valve covers if it makes it to the next oil change. Don't worry, found a nice big funnel around here. 6 quarts of the finest 5W30 O'Reilly motor oil has to offer. That is super inconvenience. Good enough reason to get rid of a supercharger right there to make it so it's easier to change oil. Go back in your hole. Do you know where your home is?
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Oh, got it. Checked the diff while I was under there. That was overflowing, so that's a good deal. Brake fluid full. Power steering, we'll just listen for that to whine. ATF, we're gonna have to check that. Let it running. Power steering is good. Let's throw a little coolant in it. That cap is real tight against the radiator support. How far down are we? Ooh, about halfway. I like how the savages around here tear open antifreeze containers. Just stab your finger through it, you know? Don't get the old crap out of there or nothing. God dang kids. Just for that, I'm gonna spill it all over his floor. That looks like straight water. That's definitely straight water. Which is probably fine in Oklahoma. Since it's 60 degrees this morning and it was 28 degrees when I left. Must be nice to be sponsored by O'Reilly's. Here's how you properly remove the seal from your fluid container. Like so. Oh yeah, that's got a lot more green tint to it. Exactly what you want to see. Well, it wasn't down as far as I thought. Only took about a quart. I like how they put the marks on this jug, but the jug isn't clear, so you can't tell where you're at. Right about there. So yeah, it took about a quart. Not bad. You can tell by the way the fans flip on as soon as I hook up the battery that they're wired directly to the key instead of being run off the ECU. Did you bring breakfast?
Mike Wazowski. You don't want watermelon. I'll be a nice guy and drink it.
What a guy. Breakfast of Champions. A delicious boost of plant-powered energy. Woo! My pickup's got a V8 and so do I. You know who doesn't have a V8? That guy.
Big yawn.
That's the first time he's picked his head up all morning though, so.
He knows Dad.
I did put his blanket over him and tuck him in. Theo, you think this thing's gonna start today?
He's getting custom shingles right now.
That's new wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got a TV in there even.
Oh, yeah, Hot Rod fixed him up.
It's a flat panel. All right, we're gonna let it run for a little bit, see if it overheats or pushes coolant or whatever. And then we'll check the ATF. You're gonna wake up the neighborhood.
Trying to expedite the warm-up process.
We should probably take the old Fig Newton sticker off the windshield.
Which has a huge Fig Newton sticker on his windshield.
This sticker is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newton.
She was Haggerty insured. Pickup date 8/7/24. Oh, so that was almost 3 months ago. What are you doing? Fixing up my wiring? Oh, tying my radiator hose to my wiring. Perfect.
Too short.
Story of my life.
This thing's making more exhaust fumes than my old grandpa's 460 big block truck.
I'm pretty sure this thing would stomp that 460.
Yeah, and failing an emissions test competition.
Hopefully that's just condensation and not coolant. It kind of feels like coolant though.
Condensation, wink wink.
Coolant or condensation?
Condensation.
Think so?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Glass half full kind of guy. This is so when I bought the van, I don't know if it's maybe from starting it or letting it cycle a lot. The van did this for a while and then it like,
well, we know this thing hasn't been run in 3 months. 8/7/24 is what it said on this thing, so
that's why when I test drove the van, I took it and romped on it forever, and I didn't bring it back for like 30 minutes until that crap cleared up, and then I was checking the oil lock because I was thinking the same thing. I know it's possible to do that much condensation.
Well, it's not white smoking, so that's a plus.
It's clearing up already.
Let's run her outside so Theo can breathe. I think a tranny's good because it seemed like it shifted fine, backing it on and off the trailer.
tires delivered for it and everything. Don't trust those, I guess. Unless you ain't died yet, that's a plus. I don't know a lot about the tuning on those things. I just imagined the tune was gonna be so wild it wouldn't want to run the greatest. But who says they ever tuned it after they even put a supercharger on it? They tuned it as good as they C-notched it, you know. He'll be in good shape. Must not be doing something because he's sitting there looking. Well, she ain't no boot scooting Yukon, but hell, she did all right. It looked sweet when it slid a little bit and started spinning.
You just quadrupled the amount of black marks on your Asper.
Yeah, someone's a bad influence when they come around. She sounds good.
It's a lot more responsive today. I don't know if it was those spark plugs or just...
Oh yeah, maybe not having a 20,000th gap helps.
Yeah, and they stick... Hey, there's a lug nut for the van.
Oh, perfect. You may need it. I'll just save that there. Dang, you're making me want to do square body things again.
We go get Randy and race?
No, probably not. Well, you blew the cobwebs out over that burnout.
I think I blew all the water right out of the exhaust too.
That's good. She's cleared up. I figured it was just condensation. Did you finish bore scoping the other side of the motor? Or just one side?
No, I got about half the other side. It looks
there you go.
Good enough.
6 out of 8, we'll take it.
I really appreciate you ordering a new set of tires for me before I leave. So we might as well burn those ones off.
As you just pulled out, I asked why you ordered new tires already.
Oh.
I was trying to blame these on you. Now people know I ordered them.
245/45. I think they're...
Those are 255
40s?
No,
275/40. Oh yeah, these are too narrow. Not gonna cut it.
They're just some little guys.
Infinite Sport 7.
I promise you they'll dry rot on the side before they go bald.
I can help you with that.
free tread delete services.
I'll keep them round. Look at this service.
$5, I'll wash your windows.
Check the oil too. You need a cardboard sign. Anything helps. Theo's like, I remember them days being on the side of the highway, cleaning windows off. Don't rub my clear coat off though now.
I was gonna see if that would work.
Unfortunately, I think it's permanent.
Couple more years of good pressure washing and it's gonna come off. It will not be permanent forever.
Permanent forever. There's temporary permanent and then there's forever permanent. Don't you think it tells you a lot about the previous owner when they took it into Speedy Loop, take 5, and had the oil changed on it?
I'm sure they just had a busy day.
Busy day. You know, he's probably a lawyer. There's definitely a briefcase in the back of this thing.
Next to the peanut butter.
Oh gosh. I did take the sticker off with this for him first, you know, prepped it. She's got a good look. They were definitely hard on the brakes when they were driving it. We might have to go hit the car wash. See if we can't blast that clear coat off of it. Or how about this dyno tuned by Turbo Technology Incorporated.
All she's getting now is a Puddins Fab shop sticker across the back. We practically built the truck.
What is this Chinese scraper thing?
Exactly. I didn't even know I owned it. You asked for a scraper.
Super scraper might have been a bit aggressive. It's not even the right vintage C10. I don't know, it ain't got Steelies, so we can't put a Puddins Fab shop logo on it because clearly that's what happened. Oh, you got aluminum wheels on your pickup, the late model.
It don't count. You get around the year 2000, you don't have to have Steelies.
It's highly recommended though.
I do quite conveniently have some fresh white painted Steelies.
Oh, the right bolt pattern even. That's why I brought you that Bobcat, because it's got Steelies.
That's my tip.
I think they're bias plies too. Looks good over there next to the farm
That's
mall.
what the wheels and tires that were on the half hole look like because they were painted the same color.
All right, I think we're gonna run to Daylight Donuts, get some Cajun pies and some coffee. But Mrs. Puddin brought us the Starbucks. We also got some 32 3-window goodies for Charlie at OK Speed and Custom, and a Screw buster for the old slick over at OK Speed and Custom too. Starbucks. Theo wanted his own.
Hey,
what's this? Theo. Distract him with the pheasant.
Tearing it up. Lob it. Right in the fire ants.
He's like a prized racehorse wearing his coat at night.
He loves that thing.
I could tell.
You try to take it off of him, he is not happy.
You need to get him one that looks like a tuxedo. Well, let's go get some breakfast.
Go get some tickets with no license plate.
Don't be saying that. Temp sitting at 190. I think that's where LS is gonna be.
Did you try the AC yet?
No, because I didn't put the belt on. I still got the used belt on the Serpentine. I didn't know if this thing was gonna be worth it.
Sounds like typical Mortske repair work.
Well, when you're not sponsored by O'Reilly's and you gotta pay for everything out of your pocket, you know, don't take donations from the internet.
You slapped the noodles off the dash.
That's how you know they're fast down in Oklahoma. You just try grabbing that pack of ramen off the dash.
$100 bill, you can't get it. The good news is you look real cute with your maroon door panels and your high dollar coffee and the flannel. Very festive, very fall time of the year here.
You want to go pick apples later?
Sure, honey.
Again?
Guys, inside this truck's nice for especially like driver quality. It's nice, but not too nice where you wouldn't want to get into it dirty. Definitely nice enough where you could have your lady friend in here and impress her. So
it's nice enough where you could drink Starbucks, but then also you could eat some ramen afterwards.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Yeah, but she sounds good idling. I don't know if I like how she sounds when you're gassing it.
No, I think it's because it's running rich, because it's not getting all the air, and then that small exhaust, it's like 2-inch exhaust. It sounds good sitting there, but once it really starts moving air, it gets that tinny noise to it.
It's like putting 1 3/4 on that old 460 big block we were talking about earlier. And then when you're gassing it through town, rap, pap, 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 pap.
Yeah.
Old guys love the way that crap sounds.
Who puts headers on and then puts 2-inch exhaust?
I got a stainless exhaust kit, just came in, 2.5.
Well, we got to figure out some way to make content out of this. So yeah, we might as well make some stainless exhaust.
All right.
You better go clean the point inside your welder.
Set the points, baby. We got some welding to do. We were just talking about at Starbucks, they should make the dingy cup for the dingy guy. 50-cent upcharge, but they just put it in a regular old styrofoam cup where you don't look this cute.
Yeah, it's got like, comes with the greasy handprints already.
Whereas working men can have a camouflage cut at the Starbucks.
Yeah, I definitely need something in the tune. It's not good up top. It's like it almost like a 2-stroke. It gets good up to the power band and then just
falls.
Yeah. Dang, Squarebody on the old flatbed.
Gang, gang. Ride's good.
Yeah, it took over that bump like it wasn't even there.
I told him coming down my driveway, I said, this truck's gonna ride really good. He's like, we've been 40 feet. I'm like, yep, and I've drove enough rough shit down that 40 foot to know if it's gonna ride good or not. This thing rides really smooth. Probably one of the smoothest riding square bodies I've been in. It must be that notch letting the frame flex to absorb some of it. If I was a betting man.
It's like a spring on a spring.
Yeah, it's like the...
Yeah, you can hear the ramps banging on that flatbed in front of us, and we're not banging.
She's like the old X-frame cars. They designed the frames to flex, so the suspension didn't have to do all the work.
I can't believe the diff cover isn't painted on that square body, though. I'm a little disappointed.
It's black.
Well, I mean, it's not like a neon green or orange.
Well, the rest of the rear end's rust.
So somebody's been in there and welded it for sure.
Is that one of them 4-wheel drive C10s?
Yes, it's a K10 is what it is.
4-wheel drive C10, got it.
We're gonna put some petrol in because I think when it got stolen, after they blew the belt off, they ran out of gas, and that's how it got recovered, and they put 5 gallons in. Probably not even.
Ooh, let's check her out.
Look at them dubs.
All right. There's your
it's a C20.
little hop of the curb. Don't break a spoke on these big fancy wheels. Dang, downtown's getting some maintenance. All right. Well, thanks for all those donations you've been making to our city here. Now we're finally gonna get sidewalks.
I've been to your skate park. I know how much money you guys got. Can I? You want to fix that steering column for me? The infinite tilts?
That's the
Don't worry about the stickiness on the wheel.
That's the last thing I want to work on is a tilt steering wheel column. No, thank you.
You think they're gonna ask if we're twins again inside here at the Loves?
Probably. Let me get my sunglasses on. Yeah, I'm sure Slick appreciates that. Have his driveway looking real nice. What a guy. What a guy. What if I told you these other ones that are here came from him too? He just thinks he's supposed to show up and...
He's doing arts and crafts, so I figured I'd do some.
What you were doing was this thing called wheel hop.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
It didn't do that at your house.
That's because the boot scooting done broke in that concrete for you. You're gonna not be so happy when whoever owns this place ends up seeing that on the concrete and sends you a bill to clean it.
Not my problem.
Won't be your problem. Just be your bill.
You making something for the fridge or what? No, I meant like arts and crafts to put on the fridge that you were proud of. Your secret is a Wilton vise and a body hammer.
Half the body hammer.
I was gonna say that is clearly his favorite body hammer. He is always grabbing that thing.
It is my favorite one. It's a gooder.
It's a good one.
He reshingled his roof with that thing.
And then polished it.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, it's a snap-on.
Yeah.
Those are stainless, ain't they?
No.
They're not?
I think so. They might be. They're kind of green.
You think they're steel and chrome?
Yeah, see how they're green?
Yeah?
It tells me
They're aluminum? What does the green mean?
I think they're plated.
I think that's stainless. Either way.
In 1961, they were building stuff with pride.
You could weld it and polish it, right?
Yeah.
If you really... that's the enthusiasm. He was doing some 3-window B-pillar woodwork, and apparently he's a metal worker, so we talked him out of that real quick by grabbing some 61 wagon hubcaps, because Steelies and dog dishes.
10 out of 10 would not recommend 3-window wood.
Get a 5-window. No Cajun pies for you, Theodore. Sorry, buddy. You're on a vegan diet. Well, we put some gas in, made it all the way back, though. Are you happy to see us? Huh? All right, goes down the road pretty good. Stops good, steers good, rides good. It's a little not so good at the top end. So we're gonna take this thing and get it tuned at Able Racing. We got a little bit of time to burn before we go there, so I think we'll clean up a few things. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take that serpentine belt off, and we're gonna put the new one on, now that we know that that one's gonna hold up. And we're gonna put the AC belt on so we can hopefully chill in some AC. Radio works, all the gauges work. Got a full tank of fuel now. It's got all kinds of oil pressure. Seems like it's running cool, it's charging. Everything's great from a gauge standpoint. So let's try to work on some other creature comforts. One more thing is, since it doesn't have a supercharger, we got to rip into that column anyway. I want to get rid of that ugly boost gauge on the dash, and it's one more spot for a vacuum leak to possibly pop up if that line ever comes off. So let's put an AC belt on her. Pretty easy on these things. We just got to take this serpentine belt off, so we adjust this tensioner, get that off there, and that's got a tensioner on it as well. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, hopefully. Well, the AC belt fits, but the serpentine belt does not. She gave us two options, and I think this is the longer one. I'm guessing a 930 is longer than a 923, but what do I know? Except for I'm an idiot. Oh no, I'm not an idiot. That says, okay, hold on. Hold on.
Says you're an idiot.
It says I'm an idiot. Let me double check my numbers here. We'll try the other one and I bet it fits. I am not an idiot. So there's two belt options for these things, a 930 and a 923. Wonderful Megan at O'Reilly sent both with us, like she should do, because they're different options, but somebody returned the 923 in the 930 sheath. So we got two 923s. So we're gonna have to put this used one back on and go from there. What's this guy doing? Driving RC cars out here? Out here polishing your knob? Yeah. Oh, trying that new polish.
Oh, it's good. I've already used it.
This guy needs a bench grinder with a buffing pad on it. Wait, he's probably got one. He's got a bench grinder anyway.
I gotta get some caps for them steelies. I'm trying to get this truck to look good.
Caps and steelies. Yeah. Well, let's check that AC out. Let's do a boost gauge delete first. Steal that cap off that T that I don't know why it's there. Oh, and put on there, but that cap looks like she's seen better days. I think he's got a set that's got some caps in it. I suppose that's why they needed that T in there, is so that they could take this plastic line and put it to a compression fitting and then put it onto a pipe fitting. Classy. Oh, they even put pipe tape on it. Nothing but the finest for the old whistle pig. Now let's get rid of this tacky odometer. Is that a giant hose clamp or is it two hose clamps put together clamping her to the column? I don't like gauges clamped to the column. I don't know that I have a car that has them clamped to the column. I probably do. I'm more of a use the factory gauges or a pillar pod or whatever. We're gonna gain a giant hose clamp out of this deal. We'll just throw that under the seat for use at a later date. Nice part about these Dakota digital gauges, it's got a little check engine light there. And it works, and it's not on. What a deal. Let's see if some AC works. Turn her to max. Cold. The fan ain't moving a ton of air, but she's blowing. Let's go see if the compressor's compressing. Oh yeah, she's turning down there. Perfect. I was polishing. Ooh!
We're getting there.
It's gonna be real nice.
Not bad for the original ones off that car that looked like they come out of a swamp.
Looked like they came out of a junkyard like the rest of the car. Ain't a lot of air coming through there though. So the blower motor is blowing to beat the band. So either there's a bunch of crap in there, or earlier Puddin mentioned where's he getting vacuum because those controls are vacuum. So maybe we got to hook that up to where I just put that plug, because it's blowing a lot of air out down below, and I feel like the AC should be coming out the dash vent. Is it cycling anywhere?
No, but it wouldn't without vacuum, right?
Oh, well, there should still be some vacuum there. If it's, but we already checked and there's nowhere that it's hooked up. So, see if we can't find that vacuum hose and go from there. You got any square bodies around here we can reference? Oh no, you sold them all to D&H. So instead of using cables to move the blend doors back and forth, something smart, as he says, and instead of using electric actuators, which is what late models use, which I don't think is smart, but the cables did get seized up. There were some rough times in the 70s and 80s where they ran everything off vacuum, because we know how well they worked for opening headlight doors and
ingenious
running wipers and everything else that they tried to run with vacuum over the years.
Vacuum was the way of the future.
The wave of the future.
We should also use it on a lot of smog and emission systems everywhere.
You guys got Dippin' Dots down here, the ice cream of the future?
Yeah. They were selling packets of it at a concession stand at the ball game the other night.
Packets, see? That stuff was the ice cream of the future when I was a kid. So
still ain't caught on.
Yeah, you'd think that the future would be here by now. Anyway, I'm gonna look for that vacuum hose down here. And then maybe reference something that he has a surprise for you guys later.
Wink, wink. No one wants to watch you talk about how you fixed it. They want to see you fix it.
So this ball over here is a vacuum canister, and that's for when the pickup's under load, you don't have vacuum, so that holds a vacuum.
Little reservoir.
Yeah, it's like a capacitor, an electrical system, if you're into those. So anyway, there's a fitting in the bottom of that, so we're just gonna...
A fitting?
A fitting.
You might be all right yet. You stick around down here.
So we're definitely not gonna route this properly. So we're just gonna... This side cutter is amazing.
There we go. Man, that side cutter's been through a lot.
It seems I've been through a couple marriages. So now, we might have vacuum in there. We might not.
Worth a try.
It will or it won't. That's what they say down here. You like that?
What was on this side?
A cap that I swapped over to there.
Oh, well, that's where. All right, that's all we had to do was leave that on there. Run it off of this. That was the whole setup. You just messed her up.
They probably had it on there, and all the boost just blew it right off.
Pop. A little pip pop. All right, let's get the warm air blowing out these vents up here now. Is the heater valve on vacuum?
Probably. It's definitely only blowing down here.
And the air's not cold either, is it?
No, it's pretty cool. You got one of them fancy thermometers that you slide in there? You ain't got it. I'll have to go ask Mrs. Puddin for the meat thermometer. You got the fleas again?
Yeah. Last time you were here, you brought fleas with you.
That was 2 times ago. That's cool. He's concerned with not enough air going over the radiator, but he also found out that there's 2 transmission coolers up here. 3 including the one in the radiator, and he thinks those are blocking the radiator, but I think there's plenty of air moving across there. Why can you kill the clutch by messing with the switches? Because you're kicking the AC off. And then when you kick the AC on, it adds a load to the engine, and it gives it a second, takes a second for it to compensate. You're not impressed, I could tell.
Super impressed.
It's 28 degrees at home. We'll be fine. But I would like it to change to defrost and heat so that I can defrost my windows in the morning. I think there's a vacuum issue somewhere in there that it's not moving things. Obviously vacuum doesn't have a lot of vacuum to move those actuator blend doors back and forth, so I'm sure something's just sticky in there. All our air is coming out down by our feet. None here. Oh yeah, there's a little there. It's cool air for sure.
Got a little coming out.
Try defrost. There it's moving up there. A little, I mean it's not as, how about down there? Is the majority of the air still coming out down there? Huh. Something's not working the way that it should. But our fan is blowing and our compressor is compressing, so that's a plus. Just doing a quick check of our lights here. One of the old quads ain't working. Fixed it! And it came out, that one wasn't working either.
That one came on actually a second before the headlight did.
Squarebody life. Fixed it. Other than that, I think all the lights are working. We gotta get somebody to quit sanding away on his hubcaps over there to check some brake lights. Dang, we got blinkers even? Oh yeah, blinkers even. How about brake lights?
Oh yeah.
Good to go. Those dog dishes are gonna look real good on here.
You can take this thing to the car wash.
Wash it up.
Mm-hmm. Them wheels look dirty.
It lived its life in the city. You can tell by all the brake dust.
And it lived its life at Copart. You can tell by all the dirt dust.
The gray dust. No headliner in this hot rod, but it does have a dome light that functions. And it's got a cab light. It's kind of strange. Custom Deluxes usually didn't come with tilt and power brakes and power steering and AC and all that stuff. So it's...
We're sure this truck's 100% original.
No doubt. Except for that notch. You ain't even seen that yet. Prepare yourself.
I don't want to see it.
It can't be unseen. Yeah, let's see you do some grading and weeding around the yards with your tow roller. Give that man a skid steer and change his life. Just slaying weeds out there. Good practice for moving stuff around. Skid steer practice. That's what we got going on here. Little Bobcat boot camp. He's gonna have the nicest yard in all of Pot County. But he's not very appreciative of it, is he there, Theo? Guess I'm gonna have to come down here a bunch and stay here for free to pay for that thing. Y'all done doing landscaping over there?
Baling some more quality hay.
It's a great day for hay, right, Theo?
It is a great day for hay. What's it to you?
We're gonna head to Midwest City and do some tuning, maybe stop at a parts store in between and pick up a couple odds and ends once I get washed up. He didn't give me any gloves to pull weeds with.
You didn't ask for any.
I knew I'd never hear the end of it.
Boy, hell. Perfect color. Oh, that's been clear coated too, ain't it? Reckon she's for sale? That's a bucket list vehicle for me. Oh, we may own it after we sideswipe it. Get her off the insurance job.
That's a good color.
It is a good color. The damn McDonald's, huh? She's the Bel Air edition. Yeah, that head. She's a little shiny. Was a good color. Think she has a LS in her?
Everything does down here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Here we are, Able Racing. Ooh, what is that on the trailer? Those are the same wheels, ain't they?
Such a cookie cutter truck you bought.
Oh, it's 67 GTO, you can tell by the license plates.
No, these are US Mags. They're not the cheapo Riddlers.
I want his. Here we are, Able Racing. They got way more cool stuff than Puddin does.
We're gonna see if they're able to make this thing run better.
It don't run bad though. Actually runs pretty good. It
don't run great.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I like them wheels. Those are good. This is the quietest I've ever heard you. You taking it all in?
Just so much. I'm overwhelmed.
Holy crap, the backup lights even work. He's doing the walk like an Egyptian. Yeah. We should all be standing back here pointing different. What's it gonna be?
What's a 6.0?
Yeah, 6.0, it's gotta have a cam.
Yeah, but it's probably got the wrong cam.
That doesn't matter.
Let's say...
I'm saying 3... Ooh.
I'll go first.
Should we go get markers?
3, yeah.
Okay, you go get the marker. So what we do here is we take a $1 bill and you write your guess for how many horsepower it is. Winner takes all.
Got $1 I can borrow?
Yeah. What's it gonna be? 6.0 with a mystery cam.
Mystery cam every time.
Every time. And Charlie goes, yeah, but it's the wrong cam.
What transmission? 60?
80.
4L80?
Yeah.
You can't. You get this closed bid. Right? Are we doing dollar bets?
Yep. Duh.
I got the dollars ready. You got to just write it on the paper.
He's not going to show you what it is.
I know. That's I was just looking.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't. I'm not expecting much out of it.
What did the guy bought the last one, the Camaro from, said 420. I'm like, I wish. You getting in on this? Oh yeah. Well, you won last time, so. Of course I did. I'll take your money.
Did he say, of course I did?
Yeah, he does this for a living, so that's...
It's gonna sound like a peepaw truck with glass backs.
Hell yeah! That's how we'll like it.
He's gonna make sure I win that dollar, all those dollars.
Oh yeah, you better get it. You better get in on this, Andre.
We're doing this.
We're doing this. Well, if you can squeeze like 500 at the wheels naturally aspirated, I won't have to worry about it. Oof, he says. So they had the wrong map sensor in it for a supercharged.
I mean, yes. The switcher answers yes. Plumb wrong.
The right sensor for going NA?
Well, the right sensor to go in A.
See? We're thinking ahead.
Oh yeah, and the fans are wired up direct, of course, because that's what everybody does down here. So,
I mean, your battery, right? You don't need it. Do you need your battery for some reason?
Yeah, so
well, it's so hard to just turn that output on to activate a relay. You know?
This shit, what the fuck's wrong with it?
No, it sounds like it's got a cam in it, but that's all I can tell you. We don't know anything about the history. Bought it at the auction. Well, I was assuming the supercharger would have been good.
It's got decent interior, decent look.
We also, he is completely incredible. He's got a Volkswagen outside, so.
So he loves reliability.
Yeah. And what didn't you guys get like 38 horsepower out of that?
35.
How bad is that that it's 10% difference between 35 and 38 horsepower?
He was assuming we were somehow keeping up with what he was doing over here.
It's all in Russian anyway.
That ain't Paint Workshop?
Excel.
6600, huh?
What?
I said pussy.
You said it's 6600?
And he said, huh, like he was asking a question.
Knockdown 300, 295. Woo! You might win at 307.
We're getting close. A few more out of her. Oh,
yeah, we're going backwards.
Bass backwards now.
Hold on, 286. So then this thing will screw on the top.
Dang it.
You go past 307?
Yeah.
What did it hit?
342.
Ooh. 313. He's close with his 311.
I'm gonna be in the money, buddy.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna be in the money.
You think so?
I know. 313? Yeah. Yeah, he's got it.
Right now I'll win.
Right.
He can pull another 10 out of her.
Dang it. I was so close. Lean my head up. Hey, take a little out of her. You know, like the exhaust or what?
Hell no.
It sounds so good when it starts crackling though.
The best.
We're gonna take the filter off and the exhaust off for the final one?
If you want to, I'll get your freaking salsa. Get at it.
Last time you said each one of those bins in that intake was 5 horsepower. What do you think that exhaust is?
30?
I was gonna say 30.
Lop it off. We'll build some new stuff when we get back to the house.
So what do I got? I need 3-inch with.
I'm in.
No, I mean 2.5 is fine. It's just no Flowmaster.
Not a paid promotion.
There, what's your chance of ever being sponsored by them?
Yeah, you want to get a chunk of metal in your eye?
Oh yeah, I'm up for it. Are we cutting the exhaust off?
Oh, we aren't, but I think he is. I guess I am. It'll void your warranty.
You need some, oh, you got some glasses?
There's a hanger on this side, so if you cut it behind the hanger.
I just cut it between the hangers so everything just stays where it is. Just open pipe and we'll move the white band to that spot.
Okay.
Now you're doing Oklahoma things.
Now we're doing Oklahoma things, is that what you said?
Oh yeah.
Do you need any gloves, buddy?
Got him! Where's the...
We're gonna be able to finagle that out of there? Might have to cut out the back.
If not, I got a removal tool. Woo! You think Richard Rollins touched this Ryobi?
Richard stepped in and helped. As much as Richard can help.
Watch this, T-ball.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing, playing with your tailpipe back there?
Playing with your tailpipe.
Now people are gonna know what we do down here. And Charlie watches. I wonder how many mufflers have been eliminated at this place.
A lot of Flowmasters.
A lot of Flowmasters. There's a dumpster full of them at Able Racing. What's the MGT?
Metal Gathering Technicians.
The Metal Gathering Technicians. Whew! Those things have seen some miles. You want me to get you a slice and die? Oh, you've got the Russian micrometer there, huh? Taking them off?
Pull that forward, it'll come out of there now. Oh, this one's welded. Should have known it.
Yeah. Why are they different from left to right? Because they figured out on the first.
Guys were working on a different side.
They figured out. Yeah, they ran out of parts.
Give me that Sawzall and glasses.
So this is how we make horsepower in Oklahoma.
Come to Oklahoma. That's a good blade. What do you mean we ain't rebetting?
Yeah.
We didn't say we were going to do performance.
We didn't say what we were or weren't doing. We were betting on dyno pulls.
We weren't.
What?
That's no deal.
I'm sorry, I don't get the bet.
Yeah, see, he doesn't get it. He jumped in late.
That's cheating chicken shit.
There's no cutting the pipes off isn't rebetting.
Rebet now because of the modification.
See? See? As long as it stays on the dyno, the bet's there. So if you can swap a camshaft on the dyno, you can do it.
Oh, if we got a nitrogen bottle.
You got a nitrogen bottle around here, or a NOS bottle? Let's do this.
Man, we've been cheated.
We've been cheated. We've been cheated by Flowmaster. That's who cheated us.
Hey, load those up. I need them at the house.
What's that?
There are losers and cheaters, and we ain't losing.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't competing.
Oh, she's flowing now, baby.
All right, Andreas says at the peak it was 6 horsepower, but it's 15 all the way through. So the MagnaFlows were no go. So now we got the air filter off. We're really going full send. See what we can get. What'd you have? 322?
Hard to get me, son.
Dude, it picks up a lot.
Hard to get me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got 20 down low.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we started. That's without the MagnaFlows. Flowmasters.
No, because you can tell that, I mean, that jumped another 10 horsepower and then just chokes up on something.
Blower cam?
Maybe.
You think they put a cam in it for a blower, but then they didn't put a.
It does.
But they didn't put the map sensor in it.
They're smart enough for the cam, just not the sensor.
Spending money is easy.
I won on the money, Andre.
Good for you.
You ready for 45 minutes of this? My favorite. Woo! All right, we'll see you guys back at the shop. On a lift putting mufflers on, because this is terrible.
Who thought this was a good idea? Thing go in, knock my wiener down. Shut that noisy POS off.
What?
Huh? Theo don't want to hear it, do you, pal?
So on this side, they had this 2.5 pipe sleeved with that going to like a 3-inch muffler. And on this side, they just had a 2.5-inch muffler, and then they sleeved it like so. It's pretty crude. You got a round style hanger here because they busted the original one, and why would you bolt the hanger? Just weld it to the cross member. And then instead of clamping it to the pipe like you should, then you just weld it to the pipe. So we're gonna do some cutting. We can't make it any worse. Or can we? We're gonna find out. And here's what old Puddin found for mufflers. What are Dynamaxes? I thought one said Dynamax. Oh yeah, right there. The old Dynamax 1773. These are probably worse than what we took off, but hopefully they sound better. And hopefully we can clamp them and not weld them. And hopefully we don't have to expand them, because he ain't got no pipe expander here, does he? Theodore. You are the laziest dog ever. Nothing wrong with that though. That's half the reason I come down here, is because Duff's such a slave driver. Let me guess, this is too wide, gonna hit the drive shaft. Also, that pipe is the exact same diameter. For cheese and rice. Starting to regret this cutting mufflers off for 15 horsepower through the torque curve. Trucking A. All right, the executive decision has been made. We're gonna put that old stuff back on there because his mufflers aren't perfect and they're not what we need, and yeah, we'll fix it maybe right some other day. Probably. I just really want to weld some rusty exhaust. This isn't even rusty. Dang, you got that thing dialed in pretty good though.
She doing all right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. It's like we just cut this stuff off an hour or two ago.
Race car thing. This is dumb. This thing is gonna fall off on the side of the road somewhere.
What?
Is butt welding it like that?
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Blind?
Just make a lot of bad decisions. You look like a damn pirate.
Arr! You ready to make some bad decisions, kids?
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Oh, this is nice. I like what you did here. I'm gonna put the helmet on for this one.
Yeah. Probably be good. I'll hold until it doesn't.
I was just gonna say that.
It wouldn't be the last Squarebody that left here and had exhaust fall off.
It's got
of
way
it.
more hangers than that thing.
It'll be all right. That C-notch gonna break in half before that muffler comes off there. That makes you feel better.
Structural exhaust pipe. How can we make this splice any worse? Let's splice it twice more.
Now we're doing Oklahoma things. Nice of you to join in. Here goes my fingers. Oh no.
How's that look?
Sure.
Not my truck.
Not my problem.
Feel the wind come up as soon as I'm already attacked.
Well, this thing's got that super duper custom exhaust.
Stupid dupid?
Stupid dupid. Think she's gonna sound better the second time around?
No. Sound better than it did on the ride home.
I see you value your eardrums, but not your eyeballs. Weld with no helmet, but can't drive a noisy truck.
Right. Got our exhausts back on-ish. Stuck a USB plug underneath the dash so I could charge my phone on the ride home. This guy just living the skid steer dream out here. Picking up hay?
I only dropped the bucket once.
Oh! Yeah, there's a lot of weeds out here. Apparently a whole bale's worth. This guy loves this thing. As soon as we get done doing exhaust, he jumps straight in it. He's right below you, dummy. Right here. Right here. You should come to my place. You'd be in cricket heaven. Hey, Theo. Here. The old hand-paw or eye-paw coordination, not real good with this one.
Him tries real hard.
Waiting for him to come out and he's hopping off the other direction.
Who knows? If he's not good at what he does, maybe one day he too will be a successful YouTuber like us.
One can only hope. Wait, we're successful?
I guess.
That's what they tell us. Here we are, pulling weeds. You want that one?
Yep, I got it all.
Still waiting on that cricket. While he's out there putting perfectly good hay in the dumpster, I'm gonna put some perfectly good cotter keys in the places that they're missing. Well, I feel a lot better knowing that our tie rod ends probably aren't gonna come disconnected, or our ball joints. That wouldn't be good. All right, well, she's greased, so good for another 100,000. All right, as you can see, I've been evicted for body swaps.
Go on now.
We're swapping square bodies for whatever that thing is. Frankenstein bodies.
Truck's gonna be cool. Y'all don't like it? I'm gonna be nice because this ain't my channel.
All right, we're gonna see if this thing makes it home. So go check him out at Casey's Customs.
Did he tell y'all that the tuner turned off the choke output off the computer? We're curious to see if she makes her home, because she did not want to start this morning.
It was fine. It just took a couple cranks.
3 or 4. Not bad for fuel injection. You can borrow the Torolla if you actually want to make it home.
Who needs a choke? It's 60 degrees.
Apparently that truck does.
It's fine.
Just as good as the front passenger wheel and tire setup.
I can't believe it just has a slight vibration in the wheel. The way that is out around. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you building a condominium for me to stay in and picking me up at the airport and hauling my junk around and giving me junkyards and buying me tacos and letting me pull your weeds and show you how to run a skid steer.
I only do all that because you traded me a skid steer for it all. For friendship. Skid steer for friendship.
What a deal. You want me to leave that book on the glove box here for you?
No.
You can sketch up more body swaps and
just the Toyota Stout full spread.
Oh my god.
I've got one full spread right now.
Yeah, she's spread all right. I should have just kept that thing at home. Then you wouldn't have ruined 2 Toyotas, just one.
You could have just ruined it in all the winters. Let it continue to collect snow and melt and rust out.
I didn't even fill the bed full of crap, surprisingly. The bed of this thing's full of crap. I got the supercharger and the old battery because he didn't want to just bury it in the backyard. Some luggage. Oh, a Model A radio. What a guy. Gave me his old Model A radiator.
It's like $400 worth of brass.
He knows. Crackheads know what brass is going for down here.
I can tell you the best spot to go around here if you want a top dollar.
We went to a birthday party last week and somebody wrapped up a catalytic converter and gave it to somebody. So, I mean, Oklahoma thing. Theo, you want to come back to North Dakota? Bring your cape. I think he's over it.
He'd have to have his insulator.
He's like, I can't wait to piss on these white Steelies.
See if we can't make these yellow, Dad. Say goodbye to your buddy, old pal.
Dad, can he leave now so we can spend some alone time together? There's 3/4 of a bottle of Jif in that trash can. I saw it.
With friends like Mortske.
All right, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
It says I need Caltrax.
You need something.
Surely it's not the frame doing this in the back.
I'm telling you, that's why it rides so good. Because that rear suspension ain't absorbing, it's the frame going with it. Here, I'll lay underneath there and watch.
It's like riding on air. That's why they had that bed in the back when I got here.
The comfort ride.
All right, see you later.
I called my truck Wheel Hop Wilma. That's a Wheel Hop Wally. Or Wheel Hop Willie, as in will he actually make it? Who knows?
pushing 230 degrees in town. We should probably check, see if our fans are running. Should have stopped under the awning of that nice gas station. It's running about 200 down the road like it had been, but you get into town and she's getting warm. Yeah, there's an old gas station. They kind of killed off a lot of these gas stations, it looks like. Storage units. This one's been closed a while, but it'll get us out of the wind. We can drive a Tempo GL home if we got to. Keys on. Radio's working. I don't hear the fans running. Might be why there's fuses everywhere in this thing. Alright, wasn't there some fuses behind the seat? Oh yeah, there's a bunch. We'll double check our wiring here, but I'm thinking, judging by all the fuses, there's a fuse issue. Also, judging by, oh, they are running. One is, second one is not. So we gotta figure out why number 2 ain't running. I'm gonna do a little diagnosis and I'll let you know what I found. When they come up here into this loom and they're together, it's melted right here, so that's where I'm gonna look first. She got a little warm there. Good thing I picked up that electrical kit for 30 bucks from O'Reilly's. Hopefully that'll point us in the right direction. All right, I found our problem. You hear the fan running? Well, if I wiggle this connection, it'll shut off. You guys probably can't hear it because this is like the noisiest street in town. There it is, it went away. Nothing. Now I wiggle it, and it should come back. There, it's back on. There, it's off. All right, we're gonna put a butt splice in here. We're gonna fix that. Oh, it's this connector right here. It's about ready to break. All right, let's put a butt connector in there. There's spade clips in there right now, and it's not making a good connection. Remember, kids, there's nothing more permanent than temporary electrical. All right, pick up our tools and our trash, get back on the road. Hopefully running twice as cool as we would before. This here's the kit I was talking about. It's got all kinds of connectors in there and zip ties, some wire. Made by Dorman, 85-695C. And then it came with, and then it comes with a test light, battery cleaner, a couple screwdrivers, some jumper wires. I think it's like 35 bucks. Conductite brand. Well, Dorman rebrands it. A real good investment when you're driving junk across the country. It saved my butt on the old Model A Roadster a couple times too. Picked up some Lone Star and some Yingling as well. All right. It was nice seeing you, Kingman, Kansas. Let's get back on the road. See if it cooled down yet. Oh yeah, she's down to 200. Thanks for letting us use your gas station, whoever owns this place. Oh, there's a cool old one next door too. Old brick building with glass doors. Dang. Pulling into Hutchinson, Kansas. The left front wheel seems like it's making some noise. We're gonna take a look. I don't have a jack or a spare tire or anything. When we spun it at Puddins, it seemed like it was fine, everything was tight, and you'd assume since somebody put drop spindles on it 8,478 miles ago or less, or I don't know, in that area, they would have either checked or packed the bearings or replaced them. But judging by the C-notch that the same person who lowered it probably did, maybe they didn't do that. So heat's a big indicator that you got a wheel bearing going out. Not only just noise hearing it, but if you got a lot of heat there, that all that friction's going to create some heat. So I'm going to pull off to the side of the road. Here's a cool Squarebody step side. I'm going to run my hand over the wheel bearing and take a look, see what it feels like. But also, when you turn to the right and you put the load on the left front wheel, it makes a lot of noise. And when you put it to the right, or turn to the left and put the load on the right front wheel, it's not making that noise. So I think it's the left front. Surprisingly, the right front is significantly hotter than the left front. So, I don't know what that means. It means I'm going to take a picture next to this guy's step side while I'm here. Up the street, there's a fleet side that's tubbed, it looks like, and a roll band. Oh man, these guys got all the OBSs, short beds, cowl hoods. Check that thing out, Pro Stars. Cool. Tell you what, I'm gonna stop talking to these guys, see if they got a jack I can borrow. We're leaving old Steve's place here. He's got some cool stuff. He's got a 63 Impala up on the lift. He's got a dog named Bernie. He's got a tubbed out Squarebody. He's got a 62 Chevy wagon. He got a 55, 6, 7 Chevy pickup in there. Man, he does some cool stuff. Retired truck driver. Anyway, we jacked this thing up. Everything feels tight. I think I'm gonna try to find a wheel bearing and seal while we're in town here, just in case. Maybe even a rotor. He said they got a pretty decent O'Reilly's, so we'll see if we can't get some parts and get back on the road. Maybe find some ice cream. Who knows? All right, we got some wheel bearings and a seal. Check out the El Camino 4-wheel drive on the center lines. 3/4 ton light bar. Woo! It's got a hitch, but the only thing he's pulling is tail. All right, let's get the French out of Dodge. We're not even in Dodge, Kansas. All right, where are we at? Salina 264 for gasoline. 15.3 miles a gallon that time around. Wheel hasn't fallen off the diff. I put my hand on the diff, see if that's where the noise come from. That thing's real warm, but for my experience, diffs get way hotter than they need to be. So, then you'd think they would be. Anyway, hammer down, wind's still blowing. Yes, so what is it, 135 going through here, or Old Highway 81 or something like that? Anyway, it's kind of 4-lane-ish. I gave up with the wind and driving through small towns, and my patience worn off. So, yep, 4-lane it is. We are in York, Nebraska. Gonna grab some supper and a place to crash. 16.8 miles a gallon, running up, 81 at 75 mile an hour, we'll call it. So, pretty dang respectable. She's doing all right. I think the noise I'm hearing is alignment. It looks like this tire's cupping a little bit, but I think these tires are older and I'm not in love with them, and the rims are no good, so oh well. Anyway, wheel bearings are all nice and cool, so good deal. We should have assumed that the alignment was bad when we were at Puddins' place, seeing how the curb rash is over there and it's a theft vehicle. So, tech tip of the day, put a tape measure on it, but it goes down the road straight. So anyway, I'm gonna go find a hotel and a bite. See you probably in the morning. All right, La Cochina in downtown York last night. Top notch. Get the something platter, burrito platter. I don't know, it was a platter, and it had shrimp and steak and chicken, and it was way too much food. The old Hampton Inn, not bad. Oh, there's police sirens up the street. Anyway, we're a little bit low on coolant, so I'm gonna run over to the Walmart next door, pick up some of that, and pick up me basic white girl over at the Starbucks. And the old Whistle Pig's gonna make the trip home, about 7 hours. She's gonna work flawlessly. Right, old girl? Oh yeah. A group of about 6 guys that were sitting next to me saw me getting this outside, and they're like, light it up. So I don't need much encouragement, so we put on a show leaving the restaurant for them and didn't get arrested. Always a good day when that happens. had to take a little detour to get my Starbucks, or Starbs, or Starbies if you're hip with that. If you're buying me one, it's venti iced caramel macchiato, upside down. You don't say shaken or stirred, it's upside down. Anyway, Hintz Auto is across the street, and they got a bunch of internationals. Like there's a nice Travelall, like the slab-sided one I call them, a couple crew cab Travelettes, the slab size. Then there was an earlier Travelette, like a 68-ish or whatever. So Hintz Auto in York, Nebraska has got the corner on the international 4-doors. Alright, let's get some miles down today. Rained last night. She's a little brisk this morning. Hey, there's a GMC, about an 83 long bed 2-wheel drive, red and white. York University. Oh, that's a new one. Alright. We're getting home this afternoon. That's the plan. Fun times north of Freeman here. Getting pulled over for no license plates. He's just checking to make sure I have a bill of sale, which I don't. I showed him the email from Copart, and he's going to get the VIN number. Also, he asked some questions about the cases of beer down there. Oh yeah, there was a C4 energy drink. He thought that was a Twisted Tea. I told him I'm not as cool as Dalton at Pole Barn Garage to drink the old Twisted Teas. We are in Emery, South Dakota, or Emery County or Emery Township, just north of Freeman.
Okay, so it's still in the system as stolen.
Yay!
Do you have a phone number for anybody at Copart we can get on the phone? And I'm gonna work on getting that police department on the phone.
For dumb.
Sorry, this would have happened when you went to register it too.
I don't get it. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I. Explained it ahead of time.
If you wanna, yeah, I'm glad you did too. If you wanna try and find somebody with Copart, I'm gonna work on getting a contact with that police department.
Do you, so what do you? Do you just want Copart's phone number, or do I need to call them, or what do we gotta do?
Do you have somebody with the auction down there?
This is like literally my first experience with ever doing it. When I went down there, picked it up, and.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can make it easy. Let me see if I'll just find out what police department it was reported stolen through. Let me give them a call real quick and make sure that they're willing to clear.
Because yeah, otherwise it's just gonna be like, man, it's yeah. It's, so, you know, Copart's like calling General Motors and be like, hey, so.
Yeah, give me just a few minutes here, man. Sorry to.
All right. Yeah, no problem. You think if I asked him if I could go in that cornfield and take a leak, he would be like, absolutely not, thinking I'm gonna run away. I'm too fat to run. Ah! I would like to get out and stretch and take a leak though. Got a quarter tank of fuel, so at least it's not gonna run out of gas, but I'm gonna turn it off. What's it heating up to? Oh, 180 sitting here idling, we're good. Like I said, it's cold out. Brr! Can't even give him a sticker because I didn't bring any with. I don't think. Maybe. Any luck?
Yeah, so I called the police department. They said that they won't deal with me because I don't work for them. So my dispatch is sending them a teletype right now.
What is a teletype? Is that like carrier pigeon?
So what it is like what law enforcement uses. It's like an instant message that it's going to print something out to them and say, hey, one of our officers is in contact with what's said to be a stolen vehicle.
Where did it, can you tell me where it got stolen?
Yeah. It was stolen out of Lawton, Oklahoma.
Lawton, okay.
Lawton. So it's going to be a few more minutes while I run.
Can I go take a leak in the cornfield?
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, right.
For it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, yeah, I want to get this worked out for you because I don't have it down.
No. Oh, he let me take a leak. He said he's a car guy too. Apparently stolen in Lawton. Good times.
All right, boss. Can I see your ID again?
Oh, no.
No, and I got really unfortunate news, honestly. All right. You want to come back here with me?
Absolutely. Can I take this phone call from my insurance guy or no? I'll hang on. Well, guys, I'm getting arrested, so all right. I'm gonna empty my pockets for you. I do have a knife in my pocket because, you know,
okay, perfect.
We're in the Midwest.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put the knife in the truck, and I'll make sure I mark it in the inventory of the truck.
All right. Flashlight.
I'll throw that in the truck too.
Pliers, probably.
Yeah.
That's all I got. But yeah, go ahead. Take your thing.
Pat you down real quick. You wanna just kick your feet a little bit apart for me?
This is fun. This is the first time I've done this.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, I know it ain't you.
All right, you wanna go ahead and put your hands behind your back?
We gotta do that?
Yeah.
Like, serious?
Yeah, sorry.
I made it to 39 and 7/8 years old before being arrested. So is this gonna go on my record?
Well, so if you can kind of get it worked out to the point that, like how it seems to be at least that you've got all the
how it's allegedly, right?
Yeah, here you
go. Are these Smith & Wessons at least?
They are. I'll give you two. Broader shoulders.
Glad I'm having fun. I'm glad you got two pairs, you know, because why wouldn't you?
I've actually got three. I got
okay.
In the
We're
car.
golden.
Truck. There's a guy named Paul coming to tow the truck. He's a super good dude. I'll throw this in the truck. These are good. I'll send them with you. And we can take the camera and your wallet and phone.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'm going to take this with us right now, and then if you just want to come over here with me.
Come on, you could give me like 3 more. Yeah, somebody's in the parking lot waiting for me. Yes. 6 hours later. 12:07 I got pulled over. That was fun. All right. Hey, it's still daylight though. Joe came to get me. What a guy. Haven't seen him in like 10 years, so. And I was like, I only get one phone call. Who am I gonna call? I'm like, well, I wanna call Joe, but I know he's never gonna answer, especially around an election. So anyway, I'm a felon now, not convicted, just allegedly. It's great. Davidson County Public Safety Center. I'm gonna do a whole video on my experiences in there. The pencils are rubber. I hated Crocs before, I really hate them now. You get designer apparel, only in blue, and it's made by none other than Bob Barker.
The price is wrong.
All right, I need some food because I haven't eaten since this morning. This isn't stolen, is it?
I don't think so.
Next morning, old Chin's here in the giant monster, and what is it? 11:15. We finally got him to release my pickup. Copart sent me a copy of the title, and it shows that it's in Haggerty's name, and then it shows that it's what does it say? Non-recovered theft. So it seems confusing because it has been recovered, but whatever. They're dropping all the charges, and we're gonna go get my pickup, and I'm gonna drive it home, and everything's gonna be safe. The cop says if you tape up that title in the back window, I would have never pulled you over. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, but anyway. The towing and fees, that's between me and the towing company, so great. Thanks a lot for that, guys. You know, clearly I should be the one to deal with it, not Haggerty or Copart or the Lawton Police Department. So yeah, Paul's Towing, we talked to him last night. I got my stuff out of there, stayed at my buddy Joe's, and he seems like an alright guy, so whatever. I mean, he shouldn't have to eat it because he had time into it. But good news is we're getting the pickup back. Bad news is this has been a headache. Wasted half a day of Chin's time now or more, Joe's time, and yeah, a lot of mine. And bunch of the cops here and a deputy or a detective in Lawton, Oklahoma. The state's attorney here, all kinds of stuff, and I'm sure it'll be an ongoing battle trying to get this stuff off my record, because I'm sure these guys are just chomping at the bit to delete it the same way that the Lawton, Oklahoma Police Department was chomping at the bit to mark this pickup as recovered. So yeah, we were just looking at the ticket this morning, and it was possession of a stolen vehicle, class 5 felony, and it says jail on there twice. So go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Hopefully Joe gets his $500 bail back. I left him a check. He said he's gonna wait to cash it. I said just cash it and we'll figure it out later, because I appreciate your time. But anyway, we're getting the pickup back. Great. The saga is hopefully over. All right, we are leaving Paul's Towing. Cost me $300 to get my pickup back. It is what it is. I mean, he's got a business to run. They called him to do a tow. He did his job. He's got to get paid. Sucks that I got to pay for it, but it is what it is. Anyway, he let us look around while we're here. He's got some LS's and parts and pieces and so on and so forth. But yeah, I've had enough of Davidson and McCook County, South Dakota for a while, so maybe we'll come back and see Paul another time. Nice guy, started inside for me, so that was pretty cool of him. He's a car guy, just like all of us, so he said he knew right from the start that it was all just a joke and a waste of time, and he felt bad for me, so anyway, couldn't waive the $300 fee, but I don't blame him. Like I said, he's got a business to run. He did his job. He's got to get paid. Just seems to me like maybe the Lawton, Oklahoma Police Department or Copart or somebody else should be paying that fee, because yeah, anyway. All right, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat locally, or maybe in the next county over, because they've taken enough of my money, and head home. Shin said it took him about 3 hours to get here this morning, so hopefully be home early this afternoon. Yeah, late this afternoon, early evening. They're still thrashing corn down here. Got their bib overalls on. 9,130 miles. Hey, buddy. Are you so happy to see me? Do I smell like prison soap? Get out of there. All right, made her back. No issues. I didn't film anything because, as you can tell, I'm pretty over this trip. It's Halloween. I'm gonna smash some sandwiches. I picked up some candy at the Walmart in York, Nebraska, and I don't know. Maybe Pookie will bring his kids over. Maybe not. I'm gonna celebrate being out of jail, so I think that's gonna wrap this thing up. Probably do a second channel video with what went down and how it went down, and we're definitely gonna be seeking some legal advice, because I feel like there's some opportunities there. As much as I don't like to, but I mean, at a minimum, I shouldn't have to pay that $300 towing fee, and I feel like there's a lot of my time was wasted, and I'm kind of damaged out of the whole deal, to be honest. So I don't know what the term is for that, but I feel like, yeah, to be continued. It's a good pickup, I think, guys. We're gonna have some merch, some free Mortske merch. So go check that out, mortske.com. Go check out all the merch that's there. And I think we're gonna give this thing away. It's gonna stick around for a bit. We're gonna fix a few things and make a few improvements. And we've been wanting to do a giveaway for a while. Just needed the right vehicle that's solid and reliable. And this thing, we put just about 1,000 miles on it. And once I get the title and we get the legal stuff in motion, stay tuned for that. We're gonna do a giveaway. We're gonna give this thing away, and unless they come and take it away. So thank you very much for watching. Like I said, go check out our other videos. Comment down below your fun legal things or any legal advice you might have me for this situation, because I'm all open ears. This is new to me. All right, I'm gonna go pet Duff, crack a sandwich, not dress up for Halloween. I'm gonna stay out of trouble. Remember, it doesn't matter how you get it done, as long as you're having fun. Staying out of jail is fun. All right, buddy. Unload the junk out of the back. We got a radiator and a battery to unload. And some candy and my clothes. While we were unloading everything, Duff says, we got an issue. Looks like we got a fuel leak. More things to fix. Rodix heads, MSD, Phytech,
Y-end intake, that's cool.
Serpentine. Is that like copper? Yeah, we drove by you coming into town. Yeah, I saw that thing. It's like, dang. I got a 64. He's got a 61. Awesome. So we're wagging. We're wagging, guys. Yeah.
Hey, we were betting if it had a LS or not.
It does.
We were right.
Tubular control arms. Disc brakes.
Notched out radiator to clear that power steering box.